first fatal, the rise of new blood. We got people like the Mayhem, Roy, Anthony, Stephen, Alexius, and Darian. Welcome to the chaos, now let us begin.
Last time on Icon's Universe Beta, our characters... I'm going to put my mic closer to my mouth. Our characters spent the first day of their weekend exploring the beautiful city of Washington, D.C., kind of. Went to stores here and there, but that was the goal. And running into many hijinks along the way, to put it simply. But now, we head back in time just a little bit. This, I say, would be maybe a day after the rescue training. Team C had just finished, and because the guys wanted it, I'm going to roll a d20. If they get a 10 or lower, Team C failed. If they get an 11 or higher, Team C passed. So, moment of truth. Ha! Team C got an 11. They barely passed. So, there you go, boys. They did it. They just barely succeeded. So we're kind of back in time right now, and we're actually going to cut right to Adam. So Gavin Hummel, you may unmute your microphone. So, good. Because I know what you wanted to do, I'd say in this scene, our perspective would see a frightened, maybe jittery Adam kind of running down the hallway to Carmen's dorm room and giving a frantic knock.
Yes.
What kind of knock do you do? Do you want me to go through the options again?
Here, can you hear this?
Goodness gracious, I can hear it.
Ow.
Did you hand?
Oh, yeah, I hit the back of my knuckle on the wall.
Oh, ow. Ow. All right. So, you give a little bit of a frantic knock. Mm-hmm. It takes about a wee bit, couple seconds of a bit of weeing. And eventually, the door opens up and you see Carmen kind of come out. She just kind of pokes her head around. She's like, "Oh, hey, Adam, what's wrong?"
Can I come in?
I mean, you can, well, and I assume you kind of just push past her just without her finishing.
Yes.
The door shuts behind you. Oh, excuse me, that was a voice crack. My throat just died. I guess it's open RP. I give you the scene to say what you wanted to say.
All right, I'm gonna start pacing back and forth.
Pacing back and forth. Ooh, your mic's dying.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I start pacing back and forth, and just like he knows, Carmen, he knows, and I just don't know. I don't know.
Adam, who knows what? What? She's just like really confused.
The big, bulky mother humper in the class. The one he don't talk much. He's an asshole.
The guy with the shadow wings?
Yes, that one. Anthony.
What does he know?
He knows. I don't have a power. He knows that.
Adam, I want you to roll an awareness check as you see Carmen just kind of just like jump back for a second, like just the air is taken out of her lungs.
Uh-huh.
What'd you get?
Hang on, I'm trying to this my back flab. Alright, give me a sec. Okay, that's a 10.
A 10?
Yes, plus whatever my awareness is, but it's...
Oh, okay. If you have other bonuses, then yeah, you will do it. So,
yes.
As you kind of scream that, you see Carmen's face is just like pure shock, and then you just see her hand raise up. She points a finger to the side, and you just slowly crane your head to see Joy just sitting in the bed, like having overheard that statement. Like her book is in her lap. She's just looking at you, mouth slightly open, like she doesn't really know what to say. What do you do?
God! I'm gonna punch the nearest wall as hard as I can.
Okay, sure. You punch it. Roll me a strength check. It's not for what you think it is.
That's a 23.
Okay, you punch it, you hurt your hand, but it's not that bad. The walls were made of a bunch of materials that can withstand people's psychotic and random peculiarities. Mm-hmm. So these aren't like your typical walls of sheetrock and all that stuff. Like, these are probably some form of metal. So you just... Oh, God!
Why does the universe hate me?
Theos comes down, because you're bad. I don't know what you want from me. Ascends back up.
No, she knows, and who else is gonna know? He's probably gonna go tell the entire class, and then I'm just.
Carmen just kind of grabs your wrist, brings you over to her bed, and just has you sit down to take a moment. Joy just kind of says, Adam, I see you're having a bit of a predicament. So I'm going to keep it simple. If you're keeping this a secret, I won't tell anyone. Okay? It's totally fine. It's like I never even heard it. What? Who said you're an impractical? No one said that. And she kind of mutters off. But at least she's attempting to promise that
someone was calling me.
Don't say it. Oh, did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear what you said because someone decided to call me, and I'm like, who called me?
Oh, my sincerest of apologies. It's the Grim Reaper. So more or less, Joy just kind of said that it's fine. Totally fine. She won't tell anyone that you're an impractical, and she just kind of mumbled off to herself, but she more or less said that she won't tell anyone.
I was just gonna sit there and just be like looking at her, and then look at Karen, and let's see. I'm gonna roll a willpower check for him.
Oh no. My poor baby boy! What are you doing?
I need something to stop.
Oh no. It's another one of those loud beeps again.
Yeah.
From the riff. This is gonna be fun.
I got a 12, so I'm gonna say he.
Yeah, what's he like?
I'm gonna say he passed out. from
so,
all stress. I
imagine he's like hyperventilating for a little bit, like maybe if I do the same thing, and then if we do, and then it just slumps. Yeah, you're currently out. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Gavin. I'll let you do it. Roll me a flat d20.
All right.
Don't add anything. Just a flat d20.
18.
Wow. Oh, I'm looking at the session chat. Tim just says, "Put your phone on do not disturb." I didn't know you could do that with a phone because I never use my phone. I never use my phone. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to keep going with the story?
It's fine because.
Okay, sure. I don't really mind. So, let's 18 or 19. What was it?
18.
Okay, doesn't really matter. They're both really high. So, how long do I want to say you were unconscious for? I'd say we'll do an hour. Why not? We'll have you out for like an hour. What would Carmen have done? Okay, all right. You wake up. Your head is like a little groggy from all the stress you had endured. Your eyes kind of flutter open. Your vision's blurry for a second, then everything's normal. And roll me an awareness check. Let's see how well you wake up and perceive your environment.
Hey, John, you're going to have to skip over me for a sec. I got to go help people.
Oh, sure. We can cut back to you.
Cut back to me.
Okay. So, I guess with this, we're going to jump to the future. Now, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my precious baby boy. So, this is
What
what
you
we're gonna do. We're back to mid-November-ish, is I think what I said. So, episode 8's weekend. Consider that happened on a Saturday. It's Sunday now, the day after. You have currently been spending your time, at least today, finally getting in a little bit of training time with Oni. Now,
Finally.
what was that?
I said finally.
Yeah. So it took a while for your request to go through the school and all that stuff, but eventually they said it was fine. Valor greenlighted you, and or greenlit you, and you are now able to train with Oni in the Holodome after your hero classes.
Dope.
And on the weekends, but only when there is either she's there or another adult. So, I'd say during this, it's not straight up combat the way you thought. You probably came in here thinking, all right, I'm ready to spar you. And Oni is kind of there like, no, that's not what we're doing, not yet. She wanted to spend this time teaching you combat and countering and actual fighting techniques rather than just having you two brawl one another. So she has been spending this time with you, kind of teaching you, I guess certain martial arts, defense methods, and other things like. So I want you to roll me, I guess, an intellect check to see how well you're retaining all the info.
That's the most. Actually, yeet my dice properly.
Are you going
Find
to
the
yeet
right-
your dice?
I have to find the right one. I have to yeet. Guys, we're stuck.
Oh my god, everyone's dropping from the calls! Everyone's dying! Oh, my friends!
Wow. You know what? Let me just use this one. I have to think. Do math in head. 16.
Okay. You've been retaining the information pretty well. And I think what she would have done is she would have taken like a step towards you after your quick little practice and be like, you're actually doing pretty well on this. So here, I'm going to give you a scenario.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me how you are going to counter me. So, and she kind of like dusts herself off. So pretend I'm a big bad villain, all right?
Mhm.
And you're out somewhere in the streets. We'll say it's late at night. Or you know what? No, we're going to make this a challenge. Broad daylight. Your powers are weaker.
Okay.
And I'm coming up towards you, and she actually pulls out her sword. She doesn't really use this weapon too much anymore. You got to see it in your origins, but she typically uses a pair of gauntlets now. But she says, and I have a big, heavy two-handed weapon. I raise it in the air, and I bring it down upon you. What are you going to do?
I think it would be. Oh crap. No, I'm trying to think because I actually don't know that much martial arts stuff.
No, that's fine. I'm literally making this up on this. In terms of her training, I took, I think, kendo when I was like in elementary school.
I did like karate when I was like cheap in like middle school, elementary.
And we will try to remember our past and see what we learn.
Well, that's interesting.
You know what? Colin has a pretty good suggestion.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was gonna start with. Dodge out of the way, and then it would be dodge out of the way, and then I think attempt to disarm.
All right, so I take my step forward. You sidestep. My weapon comes down. My side is exposed. Where are you going to strike me? Are you going to go for the legs and try and sweep me? Are you going to attempt to go for my hand so I drop the weapon? Or are you going for my head?
Probably the hand, so we can disarm So we can disarm, not worry about the weapon, and they would either have to A, go and pick up the weapon, leaving themselves exposed for another attack from me, or they just try and hit me with their fists, which could be weaker than the weapon.
All right, not bad, not bad. And so she kind of goes over a few of these little situations with you. She's trying to gauge how you would defend yourself because she has learned that you're a very offensive fighter and she's worried your defense is your weakness, that you haven't given it enough time to focus on.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that we're going to run through a little training thing, and I'm going to try something a little different. We're going to do a QTE event, but in a tabletop RPG format. So, welcome back, Evan. I will come back to you. No, that's fine.
Lawnmower stuck in ditch. Had to get it off.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's so random. So, we'll head back to you, Gavin. I'm going to focus on Anthony for right now. So, Anthony, I want you to get your dice ready and all your stats because you're going to have to focus on them. So, she's been going over a few scenarios with you. Mm-hmm. And now what she's going to do is, all right, my foot goes forward and I make my strike down on you. I want you to raise your weapon, Crimson Melody, right? Did I get the name right?
Yes, you got it right.
I want you to raise it up and I want you to block my sword. Just hold it in place. So I want you to roll me, Anthony, a strength check.
Okay.
So while she is using force and muscle, she's kind of doing it in like that slow motion type movement.
All right. Well, I got
welcome back, Cole. Welcome.
I got a total of 22.
Nice. All right. So you're able to lock the weapon in place really well. She says, good. Mm-hmm. Now, I want you to grab hold, and I want you to slide Crimson Melody all the way to the side, so that way the hooked part of the axe locks my sword in place. So I want you to perform a coordination check.
17 total.
Very good. All right, now bring it to the ground. Roll strength check.
Math in my head. 21.
Okay, yeah, good. And she just kind of says, really good. All right, now lock the blade with your foot. And I'll say you can just do that.
Okay.
You lock the blade with your foot, and then she says, now I want you to sweep my legs. It's fine. Don't worry about hurting me. So
I wasn't worried.
Roll a. We'll do prowess.
Okay.
No, I clicked on Minecraft by accident.
Okay. 8 total.
It's out. Ooh, all right. So now we get some fun. So, you try to sweep her legs, and she basically steps on your foot. It doesn't hurt, but like she locks it in place. She pulls out the sword. She does a little bit of a twist around, and she brings the blade right to your neck. Fine. Anthony, when you were trying to swoop her legs, I'm going to say maybe you slipped on the back of your heels by accident, and it left you exposed. She kind of says, okay. All right, now, I think you can see where you messed up there.
Yeah.
She helps you up. She says, that's going to be... Being on your ass or on your back in combat, for me personally, is one of the scariest places you can be. That's when you're most vulnerable, and that's when you're really fighting for your life. This was a real scenario. I could have taken your head off, or you would have been on your back. Which, like I said, I argue is worse. But she just kind of says, that's fine. We'll go through it again. And we're not going to go through all the steps. I want you to roll me a d20, and I'll have you roll a few rolls. Roll me 1 d20 and add your strength.
9.
All right. You didn't get a natural 1. So you beat her. She got a nat 1, so you beat her.
All right.
And I want you to roll me a prowess check.
What the hell? 9 total.
Nice. And roll me a coordination check.
Oh my god! I just got 4. I just got 3 4s in a row. And again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that it's a little rough, and you're primarily a stealth fighter or very offensive. And I'm going to say you're kind of realizing that now. And while you were doing some good actions, it wasn't enough. And you're kind of back on the ground again, sword near your throat. She kind of sheaths her weapon, helps you up, and says, yeah, so that defensive game, that's what we're really going to have to work on. It's one thing to have a strong offense, but if you leave yourself exposed, that's it. You're going to take a mortal wounding, or a villain is going to cleave you in half. Whereas heroes, we usually, hold back a lot of our strength. That's why I don't use this sword anymore, and only my gauntlets. They're not going to. And I think you realize that, especially with your whole kind of gesturing with her hand past.
Mm-hmm.
So what's Anthony's reaction to how he's done?
He's pretty annoyed because he's not used to like the more defensive side, because he can just leave through everything. That it's literally like, I don't need to dodge if they're dead. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. So if you made any of this audible, then Oni would have, kept bringing up the points about how the defensive action is arguably a better stance to have. And she kind of went through some of the other motions where it just says, if you have one person going berserk on you, that's when you can take your time to not worry about an opening, not worry about making a strike, just blocking their attacks and letting them wear themselves out. And when you see those beads of sweat running down their head, their breath getting heavier, that's when you can make your kill. Or swipe, rather. Swipe them to the ground. So this has kind of been her whole little situation. She says, all right, take 5. Okay. She kind of sits down on a bench nearby. So I do kind of want to just understand a little bit more about what Anthony's thinking about, what he wants to do, what he personally wants to improve on. Talk to me about Anthony. Show me his mind.
Damn it, all I can think of is just the milk spilling thing. Like, my mind is an enigma. That's all I can think of.
Welcome back, Nathan.
The
inner mechanisms of my mind are an enigma.
That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah. Oh, why is my throat so dry?
He probably just wants to work more on being able to more successfully hit targets, and maybe even try and work on having less more trying to work on his control of the axe when it's just being held by the chain, and still being able to successfully do the job correctly.
Okay, sure. I'm going to say that. Do you sit down and take a break next, Tony?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And she'll kind of take a swig of water from her John bottle. It's the John Company. They patent all of your sports needs and products. It's hijinks. So, I'd say she kind of takes her swig, puts it down, looks to you, and just says, "So, how you enjoying the school, kid?"
It's pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of annoying people, but other than that,
really, pretty good. I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Well, I mean, it's better than my usual sense. It's a lot drier here, but I guess for it to look pretty and have decent food, or better food than usual, it's worth the sacrifice.
Still only coming here for the power? Or are you starting to see a heroic side emerge? She kind of says, smirking, maybe giving you like a bop to the side.
I shove her as a shut up.
She gives a little bit of a laugh and just kind of goes, "Oh, there's a lot of potential in you, young man. I'm seeing a lot. You are really strong already, and I'm hoping I can harness some of that power and use it for good and not mindless bounty hunting."
I mean, it got me money, and honestly, I was just trying to follow my parents' footsteps, just to more or less use that to discover what actually happened to them.
Pardon me for asking. You don't have to answer if it's too personal, but do you think your parents really would have wanted that life for you? Do you think they would have wanted you to be a hunter?
I don't really know. That's both me saying how will and actually. I didn't really.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
And then she kind of leans in and is just like, Anthony, besides money, besides getting stronger, besides all that stuff, what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to go out and be a hero? Do you want to be a great warrior? Do you want to get an office job or something simple? I don't know. I haven't really had much time to just sit down with you. I've been busy dealing with class. You kind of can see her zoning off for a second. You can almost hear the screams of non-flashbacks. And just, anyways, what do you want to do with your life, kiddo?
See, I don't really know. Once we took down once my mission was completed with finding the truth, everything, I've just been going with the flow, seeing what happens.
How's that working out for you?
I knocked over a giant gorilla with my gun. How do you think it's going?
I bet it's feeling great.
Oh my god, it was so satisfying.
It looked pretty cool from the viewing platform. I gotta be real, but how did being a hero for a quick moment feel? Saving one of your fellow students, Willow, from that rubble. I didn't expect that from a hardened veteran like you, she says, kind of making fun of you, but in a sweet way, like a sisterly way, brother-sister way.
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking of it as a hero. Like, everything was already about to get Phoenix to the other side. Why it was just right there. It's like, why waste time when it was like, why waste time dealing with something that's already downed, something that's already about to be completed in literally like 6 seconds, and just hearing the screams.
So you gave me. Go on.
The only time that like I think of like when I hear screams and just hear screams and I'm annoyed with it is to just off them, but this was a different case. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, you're giving me all this logic and reason, but were you really thinking of all that stuff in the moment? It didn't even look like you hesitated. You stopped for a moment, you looked towards the beast to make sure it was down, but instantly you took up a little bit of a leadership role. You know, telling, who was it, Stelly, Alex, those kids? You were telling them to go and watch the beast while you ran over there?
Yeah.
I mean, a person like you, I thought you would have, tried to hold down the monster yourself and order someone else to go and help her, but you took that initiative. Were you even really thinking in the moment?
I mean, yeah, it was because I'm the fastest one. I was one of the fastest ones that wasn't already currently doing the objective, and I knew if the monster had gotten up, chains would have triggered, and then it would have just been back to square one. So then, again, why waste time?
Okay. She kind of says, leaning back against the wall. She has like the biggest smirk on her face, but she kind of looks over to you and says, well, for what it's worth, I've been hearing Willow talk about you a little bit more. I've been hearing some of the other students talk about you a little bit more. You know, besides calling you the weird edgelord in the front of the class. Their words, not mine. But your actions kind of surprised everyone, kid. And with that, I was able to see the hero in you. And that's what I want to try and refine. She says, kind of slapping your chest where your heart would be.
I just got that.
What's up?
Oh no, you said slapping your chest where your heart would be, and I was thinking, wait, he's like,
oh, did I say would?
Yeah.
Did I say would? I'm not doubling back on it, no.
That was awesome.
So, do you respond to that by chance?
I was just gonna say let's get back to training and like try and divert it away from that.
Oh, okay. She says, "All right, kiddo." Kind of stands up, cracks her back. Oh, that's not healthy. Ow. Oh, all right. So, and she kind of takes you off into the middle of the field, and I might cut back to you, friendo, at some point.
Oh, okay.
But for right now, you can pause your little microphone, you can mute it, and I'm going to switch back to Gavin now that he has graciously joined us. Oh, I heard
Sorry
myself.
about that. Yep,
No, you're fine. I'm just looking at the gifts that are being sent, and that is disgusting. This is why I don't play Mortal Kombat. It grosses me out. So,
such a fun game, though.
I played a lot of fighting games. They're fun. So, while Anthony's whole situation was happening the day after episode 8, we're going back in time again to visit you. And, can you roll me a d20 and add your awareness bonus to see how well you perceive the room you're in?
Okay, d20 awareness. Balabuski.
What you gonna give me?
9, I think. Yes.
All right. Well, I've experienced worse. So you kind of wake up. It takes you quite a little bit. Like you're like just so out of it. But eventually things start to come to you. You look around and you notice you are still in Carmen's dorm room. You're actually in her bed. You have an ice pack on your head. And you see Joy is just kind of on her phone watching John flicks. And, what will I have Carmen do? I'll say she's reading a book. Why not? In the corner reading a book. She notices that you woke up. She kind of puts a bookmark in and just kind of walks over to you and just says, how you feeling?
I don't know. I don't know why I passed out there. This has never happened to me before.
Well, I had half a mind to take you to the nurse's office, but then I was scared that maybe you'd wake up and scream about your impracticalness to everyone inside of there. So I thought, I'll just grab you an ice pack, slap it on your head, because I'm sure Paragon can't heal mental wounds or fainting. So, yeah, I brought you here. Or kept you here. You doing okay?
Yeah. Oh, God, what am I going to do about the Anthony problem?
So what? If he's dropping the note there, then maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's just trying to psych you up. Maybe he knows something else.
I don't know.
He doesn't really seem kind to the other people. He just seems self-centered. So maybe he's just bullying you. I don't know.
I hate bullies.
I think everyone would agree with you.
Yeah.
Are you going to confront him about this?
I'm gonna have to see what he knows.
Are you going to do it now, Sir Gavin?
I think he will.
Oh my god! Alright, calm down that enthusiasm. You just made me wet myself. You were too crazy. Alright, I've got my composure. I'm good. Alright, let's continue. Promise you're not going to scare me like that again, Gavin?
I promise.
Alright, thank you. I love you, buddy. Remember that. So, you kind of like throw off the cover as you crawl out of bed. Carmen's like, wait, are you headed now?
And he just looks through. He's like, "Yeah, why not? Let's not let it wait."
And you leave her room. So, it's sometime after Team C. So I'll give you a couple options. You could maybe go and talk to Oni, who is probably in the teacher's lounge, since we're back in time. And you could probably ask her for the dorms, so that way you could maybe try and head to Anthony's dorm room. He could still be at the Holodome. His application might have come in at this point, so that way he could train, but you don't even know he sent one, but he could be there. Or you could just go from door to door and hope for the best.
Think we're gonna go to Oni.
Okay. You take a little bit of a stroll, and eventually you kind of make your way to the teacher's lounge. And one of the teachers, I'll say Noctis, he's kind of there. His helmet is off. He's kind of in the full body armor. He looks to you. He's like, "Hey, kiddo, what can I do you for?"
Do you know where Oni is?
Oh, yeah. Here, you one of her students?
Yeah.
Yeah, right this way. Take it to her office. It kind of gives a little bit of a knock. He opens the door and says, "Oni," or no, he call her Ren. Ren, one of your students is here for you. And he kind of gently pushes you in. He shuts the door, and Oni says, "Adam, interesting seeing you here. What can I do for you?"
Well, see. After I got done with the test,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be a snitch here. I don't like being a snitch, but it just kind of concerns me. Anyways, after I got done with the test, I was sitting there minding my own business. Anthony walked by me, dropped me a note. It said, "I know your secret." Where is his dorm number so I can ask what secret he knows?
You're not gonna start anything, are you? Because I'm not liable to break up a fight.
No,
I think.
I'm not gonna start anything. I promise.
Is he going to start something?
I will try not to make sure he won't start anything.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you the dorm. Then you're gonna walk out of here and pretend like you never saw me, alright? We're gonna pretend like this didn't happen. We'll go oh no, I can't make a pun with John Wick because it's already John. No! We'll do John
Keanu
Bond.
Reeves.
We'll do John Bond. It'll be like a whole John Bond situation where your secret agent came in, got the info, now you're gone. That's one American movie I've seen. And she kind of pulls up her list on her computer. Howell. There he is. Anthony Howell, his dorm mate, Craig Owens. She gives you the floor number and his room and says, "Go get him."
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, what kind of name is Craig?
I didn't name this character. That was Karn. It just breaks the fourth wall. Yeah, but you have the info now. You know where his dorm is.
All right. By the way, how good did I do on the test?
Oh, you passed.
Yeah, but like me personally, not like the entire class.
Well, I haven't graded it just yet. I mean, I marked down all my notes. I have to spend this weekend actually grading everything. I just finished Team A. I'm currently falling down the John Tube rabbit hole, just trying to, procrastinate doing this. But I gotta actually grade Team B and C. So I'm sure you did fine. You were really out there trying to help your teammates. I'm sure you did good.
Thanks.
I know you passed. I know that for a fact.
All right. Oh, I'm off.
And now apparently half of our player base has Hero 2 playing in their head. This is a good song, what can I say? So, you're going to head to Anthony's room. Anthony, why don't you unmute your microphone for me?
Yes.
I'm going to say at this point in time, since we're back in time, I'll say you're at your dorm room so that way we can have a fun confrontation.
Okay.
So, Anthony, you hear a knock on your door. Gavin, what kind of knock is it? All right. It's a relatively soft knock, nothing too crazy. Craig just kind of looks up from his book, looks to you, looks back down, says, "That'll be the door."
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Are you
I'm not going to open it.
Okay. You open the door and you see one of your classmates, if you remember. You would remember because you're the one who gave him the note. Unless your memory's that bad. But it's Adam Price. Adam, what do you look like right now? Are you nervous? Are you shaking? Are you sweaty? Are you stone-faced? What's up?
Kind of like, I guess, kind of like
maybe?
trying
I don't
to.
know.
It's like a tense stone face, just like, hey, bud. You want to step outside the room for a sec?
Oh, God.
Sure.
So, Anthony, this is maybe a day-ish after you gave him the note, so it should be still fresh in your head.
Okay.
So you probably know what this is about, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Open RP between you two. Go for it. I will be your mediator.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look down the hall, look back and forth, just to check no one's there.
There may be a couple people way down the hall talking with one another, but I don't think they're really going to care.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna look to him straight in the eye and just be like, So, how's your day?
Go ahead.
You know, I don't really know what you know, but you know something.
Oh, I know something.
Is your mic better, Gavin?
Yes, it's better.
Okay.
He said, you know something about me, and
Yeah.
I would like to know what you know.
Oh, you want to know what I know?
Yeah.
What do you say, Anthony?
I'm trying to think because I have like 10 ideas running through my head.
Do you want to roll a d10 and assign them all a number? Or is that going to take too long?
No, hold on.
What are you going to do? You see Anthony takes a moment to think to himself. He's thinking up of a cool one-liner. And to say towards you, like, I could say hello to my little... No, wait, that doesn't even work in this context. Like he's thinking...
I got it. I know you prefer chocolate sprinkles over rainbow sprinkles on your ice cream.
What the fuck? What the fuck? All right.
I'm just gonna take a deep breath and be like, that's not it.
Yeah, no, I know you have no power.
Oh, Yeah, he just straight up says it. Do you want to roll an awareness check to see if anyone noticed down the hall?
Sure, why not? Let's roll an awareness check.
I'm just trying to scare you. No one noticed.
Oh, okay. It was a 19 anyways.
Because then they will. Yeah, you would have noticed that they didn't notice. Oh my god, did you hear that Becky did this one thing with other Becky? That is what they're talking about.
How many Beckys are in this school?
There's 30 of us.
Oh,
The
God.
Congregated Becky Club.
So,
Oh, God,
Adam's just gonna look at him straight in the eyes and be like, okay. And he's just gonna walk away.
Anthony, you notice Adam Price is leaving your vicinity. Are you going to say anything to him? Do you want something from him? What is Anthony going to do? You have plenty of time before he leaves. It doesn't look like Adam is running.
How the hell did you even get accepted in this place with something like that?
He's gonna turn around, just look to him, and gonna say, I don't know.
Well, it's clear that you shouldn't be here for long. I saw what you did in the rescue exam. You just threw yourself out there. You essentially became a liability. If shit went downhill, they'd have to save you instead of Phoenix.
Maybe that's true. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
The silence between you two, the tension is kind of rising, and you both are making eye contact with one another. My mouth's kind of agape right now. I'm gonna be real. Anthony, anything else you're gonna say to him? I am so curious to see where this goes. Like, I am so curious. Or are you gonna leave it at that?
No. Prove to me that that you being here is not a mistake. Because from what I've seen, you're just a lame excuse for a wannabe. You have 1 month to prove to me that you're at least worth being in my vicinity.
You know, what makes you some guy from some place who decides who gets to be here and who doesn't?
If you have a problem with me, we can settle it right here and right now. Because I know I have a problem with you, but I don't want to break your spine that quickly.
I'm not going to settle here because I promised not to. But if you want a month, then I'll give you a month. And I'll show you what a month can do.
You better. Price.
Peace. Anthony, go ahead. I think I heard you talk first.
No, I was going to say he walked back in.
Okay.
The reason why I sigh is because I said price, not peace.
I thought you were just using his name in a really mean way. Price.
Price.
Adam, do you say anything else to him? Do you tell him how you're going to prove it, or do you just leave it at that?
And as Adam walks away, he's just going to turn around. He's going to be like, by the way, I think you're using your power all wrong. But what do I know? I don't have one.
Oh, God damn. Oh, I love it! I'm feeding off the tension. Like, I don't know, someone give me something like
a vulture off a corpse.
There we go. We'll do that. Okay. And Adam, you walk down the hallway his words kind of ringing into your head. Maybe you're gritting your teeth a bit. Anthony, now that Adam has left, you were putting on a little bit of a show for him, as I personally believe you do for most people, but maybe you're not. Is there anything else that's going through your head? Do you have a way that you believe he might show you? Do you believe he can prove it to you? I want your psyche, because I really want to explore Anthony a bit more. See what he's all about.
Oh my god, I should have wrote it down somewhere. It was my old Discord status. It's not about. It's not about the base power. The base power or something. It's about the potential it has. From what Adam has shown, he believes that there is zero chance that he could, or just from seeing, there's a very little chance that he could actually pull it off just from what he's seen.
Now, what would prove it to Anthony?
If he doesn't run away like a dog with his tail between his legs.
Okay. So, Anthony, you kind of look to him as he's walking away, and then you enter back into your room. Craig maybe glances up, glances back down, and I'll leave his actions at that. And if there's nothing else either of you want to do in this quick moment, then I will cut back to the present time.
I was just gonna go back to his weights and punching bag.
Nice. Adam, anything else going on through your head that you maybe want to describe to everyone, or is that it?
There's a series of things, but one thing is for certain. He's gonna train like there's no tomorrow. For a whole month.
Okay. And with that, you walk down the hall off to some undisclosed location. We jump back to the present. Anthony is still continuing to spar with Oni, and maybe we'll revisit that in a little bit. But as of right now, we're going to go back to Adam. You are currently, and I want to pull up my map, because I just want to start getting in the habit of pulling this up during our game, so that way I can make sure where everyone is, but I have most of it by memory. You are currently to the northeast of the island, where the football field is, the speed run track / long jump, and this whole sports center. And you are currently inside the water sports building, where we have Rikito desperately holding to the side of the excuse me. I'm like burping in my throat. You have Rikito desperately like clinging to the side like a frightened cat, and Varessa doing the same on the other point. And you brought them here to teach them both how to swim. Alan, you're gonna mute your mic as well, because Roy, I'd say, is currently here inside the pool area with Varessa, just kind of watching her progress, making sure she's fine. Yuval is perched on your shoulder, just kind of watching. Maybe looking at the big book of Oogity Boogity if you're reading that. And Carmen is off in the corner cheering on her cousin, like, come on, Rikito, you can do it. Just let go of the edge. No, man, I don't want it. That water's deep, bro. That water's deep. This is not hype. And,
Adam's gonna go up to him and be like, so, I really hate to do this, but you know how a mama bird usually pushes her younglings off the nest to get them to start to fly?
Yeah, but I don't see what that has to do with this situation.
Sorry. And I'm just gonna take him and then push him off the edge.
You kind of push him off the edge and he just starts violently kicking at the water like, ah!
Remember our lessons. You gotta displace the water. Stroke.
I'm trying.
Stroke.
And I'm going to
Kick
roll.
your legs.
I'm gonna roll a d20. I'm gonna see how he does. Oh, that was so close to a nat 20. That was so close. I saw it. But a 14 plus, I'd say. I'll do his prowess, actually. No, this is such a weird one. I don't know what Icon's stat is for swimming. I'll use strength. For right now. With a 14 plus a strength bonus, I'm gonna say he's fine. Like, he starts off like the thrashing a little bit, but then he gets it under control, and he's kind of like, yeah, I'd agree with Tim, strength or coordination, but yeah, he's kind of like swimming frantically, and then he's like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm floating! And there is so much joy on this man's face.
Congratulations. You passed.
Is still like clinging to the side. Oh, you're telling me passed? He's like, ah! He holds up his arms. He begins to sink. He kicks back up again.
Now stay there for a while and start practicing swimming more.
Oh, but I'm getting tired.
That's the point. You gotta get tired. You gotta learn how to push through.
All right, I'm gonna start doing a couple laps. Yes. He's currently only doggy paddling. That's all he can do for right now. But he's working on it. He can swim at the very least. I still doggy paddle, so it's fine.
Yeah. They're going to go up to Varessa and be like, "Now, you see, I did that to him because I know him. I don't know you at all, so I'm not going to push you off like a mama bird. And plus, if I do, looks back to Roy, I might be killed. But..."
Pulls out sniper. Where did you get that? I thought Truman confiscated it. I always have a spare in my boot. Pulls out a rocket launcher. And this in my undies.
But you gotta let go. You gotta let go to learn how to swim.
She kind of looks to the water. Rikito just says, "Come on, man, you can do this."
Look, if he can do it, then you can do it.
Yeah, if I can do... What's that supposed to be? Then he keeps swimming. Wait a minute. She says, all right. And she kind of like pushes herself, like she springs herself off the side of the pool, and I'm going to roll. Hey, Alan.
Yes.
By any chance, do you remember Varessa's strength off the top of your head?
I have it pinned.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to give that to me real quick?
Oh, never mind. I closed the DM instead. Because Discord had to go ahead and change everything and ruin it.
How could they? evil
strength
Discord.
Is 5.
Okay, yeah, that's a 16 in total. She's not doing as well as Rikito, but she's not. She's close. She's close to his new skill level. So she panics for a little bit. Her wings kind of are getting really soggy, but they stop flapping around psychotically, and she's kind of controlling herself, and she's like, I think I'm doing it. Roy, do you see this? And she's swimming around.
Congratulations.
You give like a thumbs up, but you keep reading.
Yeah.
Yaval gives a victory squawk. Squawk, squawk, squawk! And Gavin?
Yes?
The man behind the lovable machine, Adam Price. You have taught Rikito and Varessa how to do basic swimming.
Good.
They will not drown immediately.
They will not drown immediately. That's good. That's good.
They need to work up their strength, but that's okay. So, I guess with that being said, Carmen kind of gives Rikito like a quick high five by the side of the pool. She walks up to you and says, just wanted to say thank you for teaching him.
Yeah, no problem. I got a question. Do you know how to swim?
Well, we didn't really have a lot of pools and stuff like that where we were from, and even when I got to stay in a pool, I'm so tall that I could kind of touch the deep end sometimes. Now, for the ones that go like 15, I just didn't go in that area, but I kind of didn't have to swim.
Well, if you're stuck out in the ocean, which is more than 7 feet, You're gonna need to know how to swim.
I guess that's fair. We are surrounded by a bay, so I guess it could be good. Are you gonna teach me how to swim? Which
Yes.
is more than 7 feet. Yes. I don't really have a swimsuit though, and I don't feel like going in these clothes.
Then improvise.
Like she's about to say something, and then she kind of pulls back on it. Then she's about to say something again, then pulls back, looks down, and is like, "How do you want me to improvise, Adam? I want you to think for a second. How am I going to improvise?"
He's gonna sit there and be like, now without being rude, I'd say just go in your underwear. But I'm not trying to be a complete, asshole about. Maybe I don't know, grab a shower curtain, tie it real good, I don't know. Borrow one of Riquito's trunks. Wear a t-shirt.
Okay, first off, Riquito's trunks aren't gonna fit me. It's true, man. I carry a big package, and he keeps swimming.
That is definitely the reason why she won't fit Riquito. Good job.
He was trying to find the perfect moment to just slip that in right there. Just that comment. He's so proud of himself. And she kind of
First of all, no one needed to know that, Riquito.
I needed to know that. Looks down, begins to sink again, kicks himself back up. Carmen continues, second of all, my underwear is white, so as soon as that's getting wet, it's not going to cover anything.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't think I need to know how to swim right away. And there aren't too many bathing suits that fit me.
Well, you can never know about any situation. What if we get attacked by some crazy villain that just attacks the school directly, takes us all, and just goes ahead and said, I want you all in the ocean because I am ocean. Like, I don't know.
I am ocean, man.
His name is Ocean,
Ocean,
and he wants us in the ocean.
He's a very dangerous man.
He's very dangerous.
Roy gets it. He gets it. Like,
Roy knew him.
Roy
they were
knew
best
him.
friends.
I don't know what he did in Russia, but
somehow he knows Ocean, man.
He knows him. Okay, but look, if you go under, and there's no one there to help you, you're not coming back up.
All right. Oh, maybe later today or sometime tomorrow I can check the stores by the beach at the school, and maybe I can see if they have a swimsuit in Omega thick. That's the actual size. It's written there like Omega thick.
Just sit there like I don't.
Just for me.
I'm just sit there like I don't think they know what thick means.
Thick.
But
I've been said I'm thick with 12 C's.
Oh no.
But the vertical way. So
that's not even
stick.
What?
That is the way.
I mean, sure, you might got some meat on your bones, but that don't mean thick. I mean, I don't know.
So, Adam, as you're kind of hanging out with the whole group, you feel your pocket begin to buzz. It's your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take it out and check the caller ID?
Yeah, sure. I'll take it. Let's see who it is.
It is Darth Dude the Wise of Bangladesh. But you may call him the Dude.
And he's going to sit there and he's going to be like, this is surprising. I'll be back. I gotta take this call.
Yeah, sure. I'll make sure Riquito and Varessa don't drown.
Man.
You got this, buddy. I'm doing great.
Roy.
Yeah.
make sure. I don't know.
Make sure Veressa
Do
doesn't
good.
die.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Are you gonna head outside the building or just go into like I don't know, a hallway, a changing room?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Go into a hallway.
Okay, you go into a hallway. You hit the talk button and you hear it has been. Hang on, let me count. I actually had the number. 1 second. Let's see. September, October. We're halfway through November. It was late. So it's been like 2.5 months, and I don't hear a call from you.
Hey, look. You're the one who said. You said, "Don't rely on me. Do not rely on me. Do it your own." I wanted to call you. I really did, but I had this notion in my head. Don't call me unless it's an emergency. And now look, you're calling me. So what's the emergency?
It's. I'm listening to your voice. He just kind of mumbles. He mumbles something. You can't hear it right away. Do you ask him to repeat it?
He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't hear that."
I miss you.
I'm sorry. You missed what?
I missed you a little bit, all right? I missed my boy. How are you, kiddo? How's school been treating you?
I'm pretty good. It's been going good.
Yeah? Have you been keeping up with the rest of the kids?
Well, I'd like to think so, but I guess I got a test coming up here in a couple days, maybe. I'm not sure. Wait, you said it's been like 2 months, right?
Since the entrance exam. 2.5 months since your entrance exam.
That means my deadline's almost here.
So you have like maybe 2 weeks to prove it to Anthony.
Yeah,
You've been doing a lot of training.
He's just gonna whisper. He's gonna whisper under his breath. He's gonna be like, "That means my deadline's almost here."
What deadline? What are you talking about?
Oh, just a test.
All right, well, study hard.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Well, considering we're on the phone, it'd be weird if you didn't. Go ahead.
Well, you see, there's his classmate, and, well, 2 months is a lot of time, and I'm just saying, like, I haven't even gotten to know, like, a lot of these people, and, well...
For God's sake, Adam, spit it out. What's up?
Girls.
You hear, like, the deepest inhale you could ever hear, and then you just hear a muttered, "Oh, sweet Jesus, why did it have to happen now?" Or, yeah, girls. So, how's that going, kid?
Well,
girl in front, tapping his fingers.
Girl in front of me probably thinks I'm some psychopath. Girl behind me is rude and hates my guts, got blue hair, got this weird symbol. I don't even know what that means about. There's a girl half on fire. I probably freaked her out as well.
Well, you're saddling up with the funky bunch, I suppose. So, I guess, do you have your eyes on a girl, kid?
There is this one.
Oh, there it is.
I mean, like, I guess I barely know her, but I mean...
What's her name?
Carmen?
Mm-hmm.
But, you see, she's kind, and, she's nice.
Yeah.
She really cares for, people, and,
I'm glad you're looking at those aspects. So, I assume you're calling for advice? Is that, or
you're the one who called me, man.
My apologies, I misspoke. It kind of gets tense for a second. He just kind of goes, "So you're asking about advice?"
Yeah.
From me?
Yeah.
The dude?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He just sighs to himself for a second, like, okay. Yeah, women, I know what those are. They're people, just the opposite sex of you and me. Oh boy.
You didn't have much experience, did you?
No, I have had almost none.
But you got married. I mean,
yeah. I got married once, but we're not gonna get into that. So, Adam, I'm gonna be real with you. It's cliche, but let me tell you this. Cliches are cliche for a reason. Because usually they work. Not all of them. Usually they work. And people keep saying them because they've worked in the past. Is this girl your friend?
I like to think so. Maybe one of the only few in this class I have.
Good. She likes talking with you? Does she have a smile, at least occasionally, when you're talking? I can answer that for you. That's a yes. She has smiled before you have seen her teeth.
I guess so, yes.
And that means she enjoys your company. Maybe she's not head over heels for you, but at the very least she enjoys you. The friend zone is just a myth unless you're super ugly. I'm going to be real with you, Chief. So, for you, one man to another, you're good looking at him. You're born with good looks. So you don't have to worry about that. You're a bit awkward. You're a tad bit shy. That's on me. I kind of raised you in isolation, so I apologize for that. But honestly, just be yourself. If she likes you right now and she enjoys your company, then be yourself. Be quirky. Be fun. And if you want to start something, then maybe take her out for an activity that you enjoy. Don't have to call it a date, but if you want to do something, take her along with you. And maybe you can attempt to make moves. Now, don't you dare ask me about flirting. That's just gonna dig your grave if you ask advice from me. But do you get what I'm saying, kiddo?
Yeah. So, I got another question. So,
What's up?
How did you get any more progress on who attacked us?
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of research. It looks like he was an assassin from a secret underground organization, so at the very least, it's not one of my many enemies from a certain nation. Thank the Lord, though this could arguably be worse.
What nation?
We're not going to talk about that right now.
Hang on, man. You can't just bring it up and not talk about it.
We're on a phone line. I don't need someone listening into this conversation and knowing who I'm exactly enemies with.
I thought the whole point of giving me this friggin' flip phone is that so we can talk about these stuff privately.
I'm a paranoid man, Price. I'm very paranoid. Look, I have enemies. I have nations that may or may not would enjoy seeing my head removed from my shoulders in a public way. But that's okay, because we're hidden off, they have no power here, and for the most part, the US likes me. Or rather tolerates me, which is all that I'm really asking for. So, it looks like he's a part of an underground organization that was once enemies with the Order. I don't know who, I don't know what. It had quite a few, but we're going to figure it out. At the very least, I'm making some headway. I can give you some more information with time, but for right now, he hasn't made a move. His organization hasn't made a move. I wouldn't concern yourself. Seems like we're going to be okay. For now.
Yeah.
So, now what's up?
Is there any kind of forbidden moves you haven't teach me yet? You know, like
there's a bunch. Oh yeah, I got a bunch. Why do you ask?
No reason.
He just kind of You're not making eye contact with him because the secure line is a flip phone, but you can feel his eyes squinting. And he just kind of goes, well, in any case, why don't you go make the moves on that girl? I'm going to spend some more time doing some research. And, good parenting advice. Good parenting advice. Wear a condom. All right, later, kid. And
What? Excuse me. That's not what I meant.
He hung off. That's his good parenting advice.
God.
The man doesn't understand. So, there you go. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
He's just gonna walk back into the pool room and be like, so,
She's kind of squatting over the edge looking at Rikita.
everything good here?
Carmen just kind of looks over to you and says, yeah, Rikito's getting faster.
Cool.
Varesta seems fine. Roy, how are you doing?
Reading.
What are you reading up on? Specific
Is this
demons,
Carmen
scary things in
asking?
here? No, this is God asking. Hi.
Alright. I'm probably reading up on Ernie.
What?
The coal miner.
Very interesting. You're kind of reading up on the story of this coal miner who met an unfortunate fate and seems to have a summoning ritual. I'm going to say, since it's been quite a few months with this book, that you have you've learned quite a bit about it, and you kind of understand what it's about a little bit more. It looks like it's a book that harbors demons and dark things within it that seem like you can maybe summon them, because there are rituals in place. So maybe you want to try that out later. Oh, burp, excuse me, who knows?
So, John, I want to do something.
Yes, Gavin, talk to me.
I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna sit next to Roy and be like, parents, am I right?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah. So, Roy, howdy. I am going to be doing something later tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know when. But, anyways, I'm having a game night. And I would just like to know if you would like to come to the game night.
God, he's such a bean.
Sure, I've been doing nothing but looking at this book and trying to cross-reference it with other books, and then realizing that there's no connection at all.
Mind if I take a look at this book?
Go ahead, but the librarian couldn't read it, so I doubt you can.
Yeah, Adam, you look at it, you can't read shit.
Just gonna be like, there's a lot of maybe ancient scriptures. Probably Mayan. I don't know.
Looks like
Egyptian.
It looks like a language from the Middle East, Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America. Hell, we'll throw Antarctica in there because why not? It could be from anywhere, and it looks like all of them had a baby. Like, this is the weirdest looking text you've ever seen. Roy is reading it. Fine.
Do I see the pictures?
That is a good question. Alan, would he see the pictures?
Maybe a willpower check, because I didn't think about that.
I'll say if he fails, they look distorted. If he succeeds, then he can see them. Roll willpower, Adam. What'd you get?
Sure thing. I think I got a dirty 20. I gotta check my willpower again. Yeah, dirty 20.
I'm gonna say you can see them fine. They probably look more like hand-drawn sketches, not digital art like what you see in most books and stuff like that. This looks like someone took a pencil to this book and like sketched it. Doesn't even really look photocopied. Yet the inking and the lead or graphite or whatever they could have used, it looks like it's still there. Perfectly clean. It's not smudged. Like it was just drawn.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see if I recognize any of the figures in the book?
I mean, you can go for it.
Okay. Ugh. That's a 22.
I mean, you can look at it, but even with a really high number, you're not gonna really understand much from it. Well, are you just looking at one page or flipping through the book?
You can flip through it if you want.
I'm gonna start flipping through the book.
I will actually say maybe with that high number, you do notice a couple things, but only vaguely. Some of them kind of look like monsters or creatures that you would imagine when maybe a parent was telling a child like a scary story to make them take their medicine, like take your medicine or else blah 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 will get you, or things like that, like folk tales people say. But there is something different about it. It's vaguely familiar, but it's nothing really to understand. It's kind of beyond your comprehension, and it seems like most people. Roy can understand it. It looks like he's reading it like how a college student majoring in English reads like a picture book. Like, I mean, he is fine. He understands every word, every text and picture. It's perfectly English to him.
Well, tell you what, I ain't got no clue what the hell this is. I ain't got a clue what some of these pictures are. But what these kind of look like to me, kind of look like urban legends.
Some of them.
Yeah, like...
Roy, what do you make of that comment?
Could be possible, but from reading what I've seen, there's a lot of talk about rituals and stuff like that.
Rituals.
And you remember the test a while back when I jumped into the water?
Yeah.
This book was on me, and it came out dry. Like, not a single drop of water got on it.
Like the desert.
Huh.
Arid.
Well, I know books, when they go in the water, should get destroyed.
I know books.
They should get destroyed. They shouldn't be, probably the ink should be gone and everywhere. See, I'm not one to know anything about paranormal area, like magic and stuff like that. But looking at the book, looking at the drawings, someone owned this. And they must have put something on this book to keep it from getting wet. Because they made the book. They drew those pictures. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that, because I got this book all the way back when I was still in Russia. It appeared next to my, I guess we'll say bed, because that's tough. And it had a note that said, you're gonna need this, so take it, with a little heart. Something like that.
He's gonna be sitting there, he's gonna be like, when did you meet that chick? Verissa?
Good time after.
Well,
I met her in England.
I think that maybe someone's looking after you. I don't know. But
creepy thought to think of.
Yeah. They're looking at you from somewhere. They give you a heart and what the hell? Okay, never mind.
Oh, I see Tim streaming. That's what you were confused by.
Yeah.
Hi, Tim.
That was Tim?
Yeah, that was Tim. He has facial hair, but it's thicker.
So, anyways, he's gonna be like,
I'm jealous.
I can't tell you what, I can't tell you who, but someone might care about you, or they might be a stalker and really want to, I don't know, press you, give you a gift. I don't know.
Well, either way, it means somebody cares about me, and that's a rare treat to behold.
Oh, no. Oh, I know.
Don't worry, bud. A lot of people care about you from unexpected places. I should know that.
That Richter guy. Ooh.
Yeah, him.
Damn.
I got some theories on him, but I will. I won't get into them. They're kind of convoluted and stupid, and there's nothing backing them. But anyways, I got a game night, and so if you want to go there, it's fine. If you don't, I don't care. Everyone else is probably gonna be there. That I'm gonna try to ask. So, yeah, you do you. I'm gonna go.
I'll most likely show up. I have nothing better to do. Like ever.
Hey man,
Go
you
ahead.
stick with me. You probably here to get a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? To do.
Is brain damage one of them?
Probably. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Fucking hell. So, Monsieur Gavin,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to go and start sending out your little party invitations?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Carmen, Riquito, and Varessa while you're here?
Yeah, I'll just give them the rundown, party, stuff like that.
Okay, you talk to them about that. They all say they're going to be there. Riquito has no choice either way. He lives in that dorm, but
so
he will happily participate. And I guess you're going to go to the dorms.
Yes.
I'm going to go down the Discord list, actually. Do you want to give a knock on Alex Albright's door?
Sure thing.
What kind of knock?
Just a, friendly knock,
Oh, we're going to skip Tim real quick.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he's dead for a quick bit. Anthony's next.
We're skipping him.
Oh, okay. We're skipping Anthony. Bell's dorm room, and you're pretty sure Stelly's in here too. What kind of knock?
Just a
little simple knock?
Mm-hmm.
So basic, but that's okay. Belle, you hear a slight knock on the door. Stelly is off in the kitchen making food, standing on a stool. And what are you off doing?
Masturbating.
You can't prove anything. You know my mom? I'm just chilling in the room, just hanging out.
All right, you hear a knock on the door. You gonna go get it?
Yeah, I'll go get it. I'm doing anything but homework.
Fair.
So,
I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door. Adam Price stands in front of you with a gun. He's going to shoot you.
Give me the money.
He was the villain all along.
Exodia.
He was the villain all along. So
that activates my trap card. I pull 5 cards. They're the Exodia cards. I win.
I'm okay with this.
Hey, that's illegal.
No. Shut up.
Go ahead.
So, hey, what's going on with you, Home Slice?
What'd you say?
I just called you Home Slice.
Why would you call me that?
Because I call everyone Home Slice.
You?
I think so. Probably do. I don't know.
Dude, I'm fucking with you. What's up, man? How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, I got a game night at my place, and we're gonna have probably bunch of stuff there. John Box, Johnos 4,
My God.
John Tendo, maybe,
Oh my God.
maybe D&D. But anyways, I'm going around. I'm asking people, and I just want to know if you and Stelly want to, come to the dorm.
Stelly overhears and he kind of stops what he's doing. He quickly rushes over. He has like a pink apron on and he just kind of waddles over to you guys. He's like, "Oh, I would love to go. Belle, what about you?"
I guess I'll go.
All right. Awesome. He quickly goes back over to what he's making. He's like, "Wait, Adam, what times?"
I didn't read. I
Insert
guess,
time here.
Insert time here.
All right, we'll be there.
Also, what dorm? I don't know where you live.
Just
Insert dorm here.
Insert dorm here.
I
That's
swear
what
to
we
God,
do
you
for
better
the
add
people.
text to speech like right there.
Oh, perfect. Oh. So, Adam, do you want to quickly move on to the others?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I saw what you texted me. Do you want to go over to her room?
I sure do.
All right. I'll say she's next to them. Why not?
Alright.
Gonna give a knock on the door?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a deep breath. Just go.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. The door opens up gently, and you see the girl with the blue hair standing in the doorway. She looks to you. Her eyes kind of widen for a second. She's like, "Oh, you're the kid from class. What do you need?"
I'm just here to ask if you want to come over to my dorm for game night. Everyone else from the class is gonna be there. You don't have to come if you don't wanna. It's just I know we stepped off on the wrong foot, and I just want to, not be a total jerk and, disclude you from this. But the offer's out there. We got John Box, John S4, John Tendo, it may be D&D, probably some cards there if you want to do some gambling. I don't know. But whoever your roommate is, give them the news as well. If you want to or not. But
she kind of stops you there, and she's like, I'll think about it."
Sure thing, no problem. Just
Thanks for inviting me.
yeah. Problem.
Sorry about being a bit I guess bitchy.
No
before.
no problem. You don't know me. I don't know you.
It's just a little weird having someone who doesn't know me just striking up a conversation. But
Hey, look, you meet a lot of people in life. Be one of them. Might as well get to know me. Stuck here for how long?
yeah, well, think about it. All right, thanks for the offer. She shuts the door.
Problem.
You already talked to Roy. We'll skip Daring because he's on the senior level. You'll go to him last.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go to Richter and Steven's dorm?
Yeah.
You give a little bit of a knock on there. Cole.
Hi.
Oh God! I gotta
that
turn him down.
beautiful Cole voice. Oh, so Cole,
Yes.
you want to play Steven? Or well, do you want to play Steven and then tell me what Richter's up to currently?
Sure.
All right. I want you to quickly talk to me about, I guess, how Richter's been holding up recently.
Richter has been shaken, to say the least. He has not been out of his room fairly often, except to go to the library to get more books.
Okay. Is he currently here now?
I would say so. I'd say he's sitting at a desk reading.
Okay. So take on the persona of Stephen Smith, Dr. Cole. And
Yes.
Adam, what kind of knock do you give on their dorm?
All right.
These are only the most important questions. I'm sorry.
Only the most important.
The door opens up, and Stephen Smith, you see that young Adam Price.
Interesting. Hello.
So, you're Steven, right?
Yes, that is what they call me.
They call you something else?
Do this.
Not important at the time. How may I help you?
So, I've just been going around the dorms asking if people want to come to my dorm for a game night, because, you know, just decided to hold one. You know, could have food, could have drinks.
Of course, as a party would.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's not really a party, but, you know, I'm just
Please keep going. I'm sorry.
if you and your roommate would like to come to my dorm for a game night. We probably will have John Box, John S4, John Tendo Switch.
You said John Tendo?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we do.
You see that he A, cracks his knuckles, and B, presents a John Tendo controller.
Yes!
But I happen to be a trained professional of sorts.
Oh.
Covering 52 and Super John Bros.
Oh my god! I'm wheezing! My throat is dry.
I was gonna look to him, just be like, "Oh my god,
the chosen one." Let's see what's true.
Well, I myself, I think I'll be quite interested in stopping in, to say the least. Richter, what about you? Richter at this point is just furiously going through books, and he is just too sidetracked to really say anything.
He's murmuring to himself.
Yeah, he's literally murmuring to himself in the ways of somebody who's unstable would. Like,
I feel like he would occasionally break into Russian. Like, his sentences would change between Russian and English.
If you sit there long enough, you'll hear him start speaking chunks of Russian.
If only Roy were there.
I'm just gonna like kind of peer in his like, is he okay?
Sure.
Well, anyways,
he'll be good enough for me to leave. That's the better statement.
Yeah, all right. That's
I'm
no
gonna
problem.
get a swig of water. I need it.
Anyways, you know, just see you there. You know, I mean,
sounds good. Is there a time, dress attire, anything that should be brought?
you whatever you're wearing right now is fine. Insert time here.
Perfect. I'll be there.
All right.
And Steven shuts the door. Thank you, Cole. That was beautiful.
I still got it, baby.
Still got it. I am on
so
scene 5. Scene 6 is unknown. Then we have end credit scene. Okay, we're good. So, this is what we're gonna do. Tim, are you back yet? By chance, or are you still busy?
I'm good.
Okay. Adam, eventually you come to Alex's door. What knock?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just a.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Alex. What are you up to?
I'm going to be cooking dinner, kind of like similar to what Stelly was doing. So Claire would probably open the door instead.
Sure. She's probably just watching Stranger John's, and then is like, "Oh, all right, I'll get it." Goes up to the door. Oh, hey, Adam. What's up?
Hey, Claire. I'm just here to ask you if you would like to come to my dorm for a game night. I'm asking everyone else, so just don't think of this as an invitation to my room.
No, I wasn't thinking about it like that. Very awkward.
Alex kind of drops like whatever utensil she's using for cooking, and just slowly walks over to Adam, and is kind of like, "Did you say games?"
Yeah, game night.
That's Alex's trigger word, you asshole.
Alex kind of gives a warm smile, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I'll be there."
And that's something that you're very much not accustomed to because you barely even talk to her.
You have never seen a smile. She's the girl that just screams "shut the fuck up" at you in class. Claire just looks over, is like, "Oh my god, she's smiling. This is a rare opportunity. We need to seize this now. We will be there. What times? What's the door number?"
Sir, door
Alex
number
rolls her eyes and goes back to cooking.
All right, we'll be there. Alex, quickly! We must prepare for the occasion. Shuts the door. So you got 2 more.
Adam's just gonna scratch his head and be like, "What the? Oh, all right."
I'm going to say for all the other NPCs that are by themselves, you quickly check on them. Chloe and Angela are just kind of relaxing by themselves, doing whatever. A few other classmates
doing whatever gay lovers do.
My god. And then I'll say you can head up to Darien, and then you can ask Rising Phoenix and Oni, because I know you wanted to ask them. So, you make your way up a couple floors, I'd say to the top floor, and this is the senior area. Mm-hmm. So as you're kind of walking through it, you notice a few people like, Jesus Christ, what the hell is with all the freshmen up here nowadays? I thought this was our turf.
Just gonna be like, Adam's gonna be joking around and be like, "My turf now, homeboy."
One of the punches you in the dick. You're dead. And you get a few side eyes and all that stuff, like, all right, weird. And then eventually you will make it to Darien and UA's dorm room. What knock are you going to give? Okay.
Just a bunch of knuckles.
A little knuckle pitter-patter. Darien, what are you doing? Are you going to be getting the door? Are you doing something else? Is it UA? What's up?
Darien is in the middle of cooking because UA did that yesterday.
Okay.
So he kind of hears the knock. He's like, you hear him muffled, "Give me a minute," and then as he's going over, and he opens the door. So okay, one thing to ask: what does Adam make of the fact that this dorm has like not two of the same gender?
Adam, you see UA just kind of sitting, maybe tidying things up.
Kind of goes scratch his head and be like, I mean,
huh? What's up?
Nothing. You wanna? I'm doing a game night at my place.
Oh shit, I'm down.
Really? Did that take that much convincing?
Oh man, dude, you're Adam. And we're all friends here.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's true, but I mean.
Oh shit.
I knew you didn't love me. Slams door.
It's just gonna be like, well, no, it's not you. No, you're a good guy. I'm just saying that. I mean.
No, I understand. We haven't really talked much.
No, I mean like other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So game night. Hey, UA.
Yeah, what's up?
There's a game night. Want to join us?
If you're going, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like both of us are going. What are you doing there?
Well, we got John Box, John S4, John Tendo.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm.
Cards.
Do you tell them about D&D?
Coughs. Cough. D&D.
Oh okay. Well, I'll get my dice ready.
Darien has dice. That's awesome. All right, it's canon now. It's canon. He said it. He said it. He has dice. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I got a lot of other dice, so I can supply. In case other people don't have them.
I mean, that's if we get to D&D. I mean, we could do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, man. That's. I think that'd be really fun to do with people.
Yeah.
Considering where we are time-wise, I don't think we're going to be able to explore much of it, but I can let you guys have a few jokes and a few meta jokes. But
I think it would be fun if, like, I think it'd be fun if we could return to the D&D thing every once in a while, like it was an ongoing game.
I actually wouldn't mind that either, and I wouldn't mind having a separate little mini campaign where you guys are kind of playing your characters as D&D characters.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a little side campaign or something. That could be fun to explore it a bit more. But we'll see what happens.
All right.
Uploading that shit, says Tim. So that's that. Darian, you two get ready. You close the door. Adam, there were two other people that you were thinking about inviting. Your teachers, Miss Oni and Mr. Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go to the student lounge?
Sure thing.
So it's a little bit later in the day. So when you go there, more of the teachers are kind of relaxing. Some are settling up in their rooms, just kind of relaxing. Some are grading papers. But you make your way in, and you actually see Oni in the lounge, and Phoenix as well. They're just kind of talking with a few other teachers.
Is there
Phoenix has like a pile of baguettes next to him, and just other food.
Is there like a drink anywhere, like water or anything? Just a cup?
Yeah, there's like a water cooler.
All right, I'm gonna grab a cup of water cooler and
a cup of water cooler.
Cup of water.
Take it all with you.
Yes. No, I'm gonna
throw it over your
I'm
shoulder.
Gonna grab a cup and I'm going to slowly edge my way into the conversation. Just kind of listen and be like, "Why, hello, fellow teachers. Great conversation we're having."
Ah, you must be new here. Hello, I'm Rising Phoenix. He legitimately believes it. He goes to shake your hand.
I'm gonna shake his hand and be like, "I'm Bob George."
Ah, is that your hero name?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let me ask you, what's your peculiarity?
The power of bullshit.
Ah, I see. You must be from a foreign... Adam, I know it's you. What's up? What's up, kiddo?
Well, you see, I'm having a game night at my dorm, and, I mean, it's kind of weird to ask, my teachers, but, I just know that you seem like a cool guy, and, I mean, I don't want to, disclude Oni over there, because, Oni seems... Oni seems like a cool guy, a cool gal. As well,
Well, thanks. I am a pretty cool guy. Rests arm on Phoenix.
So I got game night, and I just want to see if you would be willing to, come to game night.
I would love to attend. And Odie butts in like, it's a good way to make sure you kids aren't up to anything stupid.
Yeah, made him a promise.
The senior level reeks of alcohol and weed. We don't know where it is or where it's coming from.
If you ever need someone to find that stuff, you can probably get me. I'm pretty good at finding stuff.
Well, we don't need you getting into a fight with a bunch of druggies. Either way, we'll be happy to attend. What are the times? What are we doing?
Insert time here. Insert dorm here.
Okay.
They know where my dorm is, but insert the time here.
So, they say they'll come.
All right. Cool.
We will cut over to you at your dorm. It's just about time. Rikito is setting up a few things. He's like, are you sure we got everything, man?
Yeah, he says there, he's like, I'm 100% sure. We just gotta make sure,
I got the bowl of John Ritos.
John Rito.
I'd eat that stuff, man. John Ritos. It's just no. It's just Doritos, but with my face tattooed on it. It's like printed on them all, like how M&M's prints their little M on all their M&M's. It's just that, but with the Doritos.
I feel like how they get the flavor is like SpongeBob just comes with cheese grating and starts cheese grating your butt.
That's disgusting. Oh my god. So John wants to eat himself. Confirmed he's a Johnable. Sadly, yes. That's okay. So you guys kind of set up. I will say Alex showed up first with Claire. So
just be like, oh, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, you guys can all begin to unmute your mics. You all will kind of show up, except Anthony. But don't worry, Anthony.
Oh, God.
So, Yeah. Bell,
John.
Roy, Alex. Yeah.
Can I do something real fast?
Yeah, and then after what you're going to do, I actually do want to jump to Roy by himself because I forgot I wanted to do a little thing with him. Go ahead.
Fine. Oh, after. I'm sorry.
Oh no. You talk to me.
So Alex is gonna walk up to Adam as like people start kind of coming in, as she was first, and she walks up and says, "Hey, I kind of wanted to apologize for yelling at you in class like that. I know it was a long time ago now, but I feel kind of bad about it."
Nah, no problem. I'm not that great at socializing, and I know this, and it's one of my weaknesses. And so if I drag on, somebody's got shut me up, at times.
Yeah.
How sweet. Is there anything else you want to do? At least for the right now.
No, not right now.
Okay. Roy, I'm actually going to go to you solo. You guys can keep your mics unmuted, but Roy, I want to do a quick thing with you. This is, I'd say, maybe 10 minutes before the party starts. You're just kind of fucking around last minute. Did you want to try and summon a demon?
Oh god, you cut out. I didn't hear you.
My sincerest of apologies. It's roughly 10 minutes before the game night party. I'd say you were probably fucking around for most of it, but do you want to try and officially summon a demon?
Yes.
Who are you going to summon from your book?
Cerebra, again. I'm going to try
Cerebra. All right. Roll what you need to roll and do your ritual.
Alright. Pin messages.
If you succeed, I gotta get into character with this one.
Scroll.
Is it a willpower check?
Yeah, but apparently I only have it in your pin messages. I was looking in the wrong pin messages because I'm apparently in Egypt today.
You're in Egypt.
Egyptians.
Burp. Okay. Why am I so burpy today? I almost never burp.
Oh, I got a nat 18.
It's gonna work. All right, let's get into character. Whew. So, I'd say you draw all the runes and stuff like that, and you have to draw them on the ground, correct?
No, I draw them in the air and they appear on the ground.
Okay, so eventually the runes, they land on the ground. The book begins to flap its pages violently. There's a little bit of wind in your dorm, and then emerging from the runes, you see a scantily dressed, blue-skinned demon woman. She has short horns, she has purplish long hair with a pink streak. She has two bat-like wings, a long tail with a harped point at the end. And she just kind of lands on the ground. She stands up and says, "Oh, honey, where am I? Oh, well, look at you, pumpkin." And she kind of makes her way over and she says, "You must be Roy. I've heard so much about you."
The fuck?
So is that your reaction?
Yes.
Oh god, this character is I love and hate role playing it. So I love and hate it. So she just kind of sits down and says, "Well, you were the one who summoned me, right? I don't see anyone else here."
Yes?
"Well, I'm all yours tonight." So
No.
Oh, not like that? Do you need me to fight? Is that what you need? Trying to raise an army of the demons? Huh?
No, not. Wait.
You're
Maybe.
no fun. Maybe. All right, we'll go with that.
Another time, we'll worry about that later. But first, it was the fact. Where did you just come from?
Oh, well, I came from that runes right there. Well, I guess technically from that book, but that's not important. I just want to use your love tonight. Oh, God, I'm going to need to I'm gonna need to talk to a priest about my sins tonight. So, I guess, Alan, you have a succubus in front of you. What is your reaction? What do you do? What do you say?
Utter confusion.
Now, I'm pretty sure I just heard you talk, but are you a mute? You're very silent.
I'm not muted, no.
So, Pumpkin, why'd you summon me? And she's kind of resting her head in her hand.
Because I didn't know that's what it would do.
Well, the instructions are right there, sweetheart. Look at
The
summon
instructions...
Cerebra.
Yeah, alright. I'm not the brightest, apparently.
I mean, that's more or less what it says, but it is like in fancy Shakespearean text where it's just like really like played around with, like an old form of English. So, it's completely up to you, Alan. You have summoned a demon. What are you gonna do? She's basically asking, what are you gonna do?
First things first. What are you wearing?
Oh, you like it? And she kind of just starts flaunting it around.
Just stop. Stop it.
Fun! And she kind of floats up on top of, like, the armoire that's, like, inside your dorm. Inside of it has, like, a TV. And she just kind of floats up and just rests on top of it like a cat. And then she just kind of dangles her head off of one end of it and her legs off the other and just starts kicking. So it's like, so, we gonna enslave some mortals? Go to war? Do anything fun or crazy like that?
Enslave?
Or did you just want someone to talk to tonight?
Well, tonight I'm going to a thing with people to do stuff.
And you wanted to bring someone there? You wanted to go with a girl? Alright,
no.
Honey, I'll go with you. Mason, stop! I can't do this with you doing that. Nicole, no! No, get hype! No, get hype! Stop it! So she kind of just floats over to you. Her wings aren't really moving. You don't know if she needs to use them to fly or if they're just there for decoration, but she just kind of sits on top of the bed and just kind of drapes herself over you and is like, so, when's the party? Are there going to be cute boys there?
10 minutes.
Well, we have no time at all.
Well, first of all, you're putting something on.
What? Isn't this good enough? Wait,
no.
How old are you?
I don't, like 15 or something.
Oh, okay, well. Oh, Ezra's gonna be mad at me. But,
Count me titties.
Well, at least I'm glad you're noticing them. And she just kind of she does that little shake. She says, so I need something else.
Yeah, I need to go get someone. You stay here.
But that's no fun here. I want to go out. Set me free.
No. I need to wrap my head around this.
Oh, fine. I'll wait here. Try not to be long, schnookums. Where do you go? I can return to John. Oh, this is nice.
You're doing it like way too good.
I don't question why I do this so well, because I'm not gonna be able to come up with an answer.
I think that's a good enough one.
So go ahead, buddy.
I need to run to V's room.
You run to V's room. What kind of knock do you give? This is important. That works. It sounds like you slapped your forehead against her door, but that's okay.
Close enough. I smacked whatever the hell this is, an island.
Okay. You slam your forehead against the door. Varessa opens the door and is like, hey, Roy, why is your forehead red?
Don't worry about it. This is gonna sound weird.
Okay.
And there's no possible way I can make this sound normal. Do you have any extra clothes? Like a school uniform.
A school uniform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better phrasing.
1 second. And she goes looking around. She says, "I haven't had time to iron it, but here."
Good enough.
And she says, "Why do you need my uniform?"
You'll see at the party because apparently I'm bringing.
Oh, you cut out. Oh, do you want to finish that?
You're gonna see at the party because apparently I'm bringing a friend.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her. Looks at the clothes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit. So eventually, Roy, you run back to your dorm. You open it up, and she says, "Oh, someone's a kinky one now, isn't he?" All right,
shush your mouth.
That's John laughing and her. She says, "All right, so you want me to put this on?"
Yes, and I'm just gonna throw it at her.
All right. Oh, it smells like puberty. And she makes her way into the bathroom.
Good times.
I think we're all still going. We're so young. So she goes into the bathroom, changes, and it surprisingly fits her. I'll roll D20. 10 or lower, it's a little tight. 11 or higher, it's nice and fine. It's nice and fine. It's A-okay, it's fine. It's a good fit. So she comes out and she says, "All right, so you gonna take me to the party now?"
Phrasing.
Are we going to go to the party together?
Yes, kind of. We're going to the party together, but we ain't doing none of this fucking shit.
No, that's fine. One of my friends would probably kill me if I, messed around with you a little bit. I'm just having fun. Nothing too crazy. She kind of says, doing like the little finger crawl up your arm. And then she's like, "All right, let's go to the party." Roy.
Yeah.
Just about everyone is at the party. You actually see Varessa walking down the hallway, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Roy! Oh, is this your friend?"
No, apparently.
Cerebra? Is that how I say it? Cerebra? Cerebra. So she kind of looks at Varessa, and she's like, "Now, who the fuck is this?" She's doing like the head bob and everything. Hands on the hips. Varessa was like about to go out for a handshake, and she's like, "Oh, what?"
That is practically my closest friend. All right, calm yourself.
Sweet, you two are still friends. Oh, I can't wait to see how this is gonna turn out.
Everything that you're saying needs to stop.
Why? What's wrong? Why?
Phrasing.
Do you want me to be under the belt? Do you want me to be casual? Do you want me to not be who I am, Roy?
I don't know. I'm just overwhelmed.
Aren't we all? Looks down at you, looks back up to the door. All right, let's go. Varessa just looks to you and is like, "Where did you meet her?"
She came out of the floor.
That somehow doesn't help.
It doesn't help me either.
You guys enter in. You can all unmute your microphones, everyone except Anthony.
No.
And yeah, you guys are all inside of here. You guys are all hanging out. You see the final party members begin to make it in. Varessa, her dorm mate, which I can't remember. We'll say it's... Actually, you know what? I'll say it's Angela. Why not? I know I said she was busy earlier. I'll just say it's Angela. And Bell Mason, god damn it. Yeah, you see Roy come in with a person you've never met before. But it looks like
Señor?
everyone's here.
Hello?
Roy, you notice she's like biting her under lip. She's like clenching her. She's like clenching her fists. Like it looks like she's about.
Please.
My hands only can be so tight, Jonathan. Oh God!
Oh, this brings me so much joy and so much disgust. I've never felt so many conflicting emotions. As soon as Alan sent me how to roleplay her, the first time he showed me the character, I was like, oh boy, I know what's happening. Oh boy.
To be fair, you're going over the top and it's beautiful.
Thank you. I aim to please.
Oh my God!
So, Adam, host of this party, is going to walk up to this succubus that he doesn't know about and be like, "Hi, how's it going? I'm Adam Price. I did not know you were coming, but welcome."
She takes a step forward and makes her way close and is like, well, hi, I'm Cerebra. She's looking dead into your eyes. And she's taller than you. She is taller than you.
My God!
Stephen lowers his glasses to reveal another set of glasses.
It's just IRL Cole just randomly pops up. Just, oh God!
He's like in the window.
Who the hell is that?
She's having a seizure outside the window.
I'm your fourth wall break for the day. How are you all? Someone ordered me from Amazon. So,
a mail order bride?
Sorry about that. He's just so. Oh God!
Roy, you notice that Cerebra is getting very, very close to Adam.
Just confused.
I'm yourself, woman.
She's like, oh, fine. Yes, I'm Cerebra. How are you all? I'm one of the seniors. Looks to Roy, kind of gives a smirk. I'll be joining you tonight.
I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you up Cedar Hall.
She walks over to you, does the same thing, wraps an arm around you, begins to coil her leg and tail around you like a snake.
That's not gonna work on me.
Steven immediately pats his forehead with the handkerchief.
It's the anime nosebleed happens.
I'm
like,
gonna scooch.
There's a pool of blood in the corner.
I'm gonna scooch next to Roy and be like, I don't know what kind of party you thought this was, but for one, she looks like a demon. For two, she is hitting on everyone right now, and I don't know how comfortable everyone else. Steven's practically.
Steven has created a
He is rapidly patting down his forehead. Like, the handkerchief is soaked.
Stelly is the only two that just like don't know what's going on and aren't really questioning it, but are.
Look, where did you meet her?
The book!
What do you mean the book?
The book! Then she came out of the floor!
The book! This is incredible!
Oh my god.
So,
the big book!
Roy, roll me an awareness check.
Oh my god.
Roll me an awareness.
This is
Nat 19.
Oh, okay, yeah, you'll see it. You notice that she slinked her way into the crowd like a snake. She's just slithering about it. And she makes her way over to Stelly, and he is frozen. He is still and slightly shaking.
innocent! No!
She's like wrapping around him. She's just
I'm
whispering in
going
his
to
ear.
interject. I will be sitting near Bell and Scully.
She's just whispering in his ear. I always fancy myself a butterball.
Hey.
Okay, so, John, can I pick up Stelly and just start shaking him? Stelly, come on, man. Stelly, come on.
Where am I?
Okay,
Wait a minute.
We're at the party. I just need you to not turn around and stay calm, okay?
Wait, where are the teachers?
If I don't move, she won't notice. If I don't move, she won't notice.
Just look
She
at me,
can
man.
only
Just look at me.
movement.
Look at the video games, man.
Keep the
Icon's part. Oh, Icon's
John.
part. All right, this is fine. I'm
John.
good. This is okay.
Adams are the teachers there?
The teachers are
Went to the wrong
not
room.
there yet.
Adam's
I'm
gonna
glad
make
you
a
brought
realize.
that up. They're not there yet.
Adam's gonna make a realization. He's gonna be like, you said she came from the book, right?
She came from the book, but we're gonna say she's a senior. That's a good idea.
I made a realization here. I gotta go stand outside. Give me a sec.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Have fun.
How am I supposed to have fun while babysitting someone older than me?
I decided to crash this party.
As
Oh,
everyone,
my
roll an
God.
awareness check.
Dude, already pre-gamed like a champ. That's why she's not here.
I got a nat 20.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I got a dirty
I'm
20.
gonna ask you all.
I know the two important
Awareness?
stats.
Wait, John.
Yeah,
are we looking
awareness.
Okay.
Yep, awareness.
I know the two relevant Steven stats: awareness and intelligence.
Bell, what'd you get?
6.
Okay, wow. All right, Roy, what'd you get?
A dirty 20.
Beautiful. Darian, what'd you get?
I also got a dirty 20.
Beautiful. Steven, what'd you get?
17.
Beautiful. Gavin, what'd you get?
24 or 23, I don't remember.
That's
I think
fine.
it's 23.
Alex, you got a nat 20.
Yeah.
As Gavin, you turn around to go into the hallway to clear your head or whatever, you look up and you see Anthony Howell leaning in the doorway, and he says,
I decided to crash this party.
Alex immediately notices him and said, "Oh, hi, Anthony."
everyone but Bell notices him at first, and then Bell is like, what's everyone looking at? Oh,
Pay attention to my buddy Stelly, who needs it.
you're trying to save your buddy.
I'm paying attention to someone that matters.
He's just having an aneurysm.
Damn, okay.
Steven pulls out a second handkerchief.
Hey, hang on.
I'm going to pay now for my shitty rolls.
Wait, hang on.
I'm-
Everyone quiet. Everyone quiet. Gavin, Adam, what is your reaction to seeing Anthony in the doorway?
At first, he's gonna have like kind of like a stone cold face, but then he's gonna look back to the girl, the new girl, and he's gonna look back to Anthony, and he's gonna have the biggest smirk. Goes to Roy, and he's gonna be like, "Don't stop this." Hey, new girl, check out the guy at the door.
This is a terrible idea.
Anthony,
And
you
cute
see the
is an
demon.
overstatement.
You see the demon-looking woman look to you, and she just flutters over, and she has wrapped herself around you. What do you do?
So I heard there was a John box here. I've always wanted to play Call of John.
Call of John. So,
Dude, that isn't
Just a
a
phone
party
call
game. What the
simulator.
fuck?
you're just not paying attention to this demon woman on your arm.
Just Adam leans in. Let her do her thing. To Roy.
You gonna let her do her thing, Roy? Or are you gonna save him?
I'm just gonna watch.
You know, watch.
Oh boy.
Anthony, her wings wrap around your body and they kind of cradle you, and her tail wraps around your thigh and around your leg as well.
So where's the John box? I'd love to get set up.
Oh, poo, you're no fun. Roy, none of these boys are fun. They're all ignoring me.
Who's this hoe?
Yay!
Man, you're a fucking asshole.
Yes, I am.
I take compliment to that. Winks at you, Anthony. Makes her way over to back to Roy.
So Adam's just gonna be like, John Box is over there.
Roy, you know this woman?
I was gonna ask you. I thought I heard your voice. Go ahead.
Who?
Oh, I was talking to Colin. I thought I heard his voice. Would you care to repeat what you said?
Oh, I said, Roy, you know this woman?
Roy, how do you respond to Darian?
I think I accidentally muted him. That's how I'll respond.
I do the muting here.
Yes, I did.
Unmute Mr. Marcus so you can hear your beautiful voice. He more or less asked you if you know this person. Or so you know this person?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we go way back. Leans on him.
Yeah, your whole senior thing, I'm not buying it. You would have left a lasting impression in that hallway.
Oh, sweetheart. Well, that's just because I was in my room studying for the looks around test. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Stephen will chime in. There actually was a test for insert subject here.
There was a state math test, which I aced.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to state that part. That's go figure.
Yeah, so talk to me. What's up, Darian? You had something to roleplay?
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you want to fake it, just, you should sure the teachers aren't coming.
Oh no. As you say that, Phoenix walks in like what he thinks are party clothes, and they're just like pajamas with like little bananas on them, and they got like little smiley faces. I love it. They got little smiley face pajamas. Only walks in just casual clothes. Everyone takes a picture. He says, "Oh, more attention." Yes, look at me.
Why are you wearing those again?
Because they look beautiful, and you got them for me for my birthday.
Don't remind me.
So sweet.
Stephen is gonna walk around like, oh, I need more handkerchiefs. He will attempt to weave his way through.
Takes out his phone, takes another picture of Phoenix.
Like he gets close to succubus person. He's like, oh dear, oh god.
This one has a weak will and wraps around Stephen.
Stephen would freeze in place like, oh boy.
Does this thermophobia take over?
Smell your fear, Stephen. That's your name, right?
Well, sure, we'll say it's fear, and he'll readjust his glasses.
Alan, I hope this is all it cracked up to be.
I can't breathe.
He will look to this succubus thereafter. He's like, I suppose formal pleasantries are in place. And I'll raise up for a handshake. Stephen.
Cerebra. And she just kind of grabs it and gently shakes it. Her hands are soft.
He will say that out loud. Oh, your hands are soft. Oh
no, that's okay. I don't mind you complimenting me on my skin. Kind of gets closer and closer and closer. She's practically sitting on the arm of the chair you're on. So,
maybe I won't need them. Oh dear.
Stelly grabs onto Belle's shirt and just says,
Belle, Is that you?
I'm here, buddy. I'm here for you.
We can't let Steven fall. We can't let her take another.
Belle's gonna look over. He'll be fine.
As you said that,
Being a hero, saving people from the darkness.
he says that, it just flicks
Belly,
to
how do you see
Steven.
the darkness? You never met her before. We'll be fine.
Scares me.
As Belle says he'll be fine.
Stelly, what doesn't scare you? Okay?
That's fair.
As Belle says he'll be fine, camera pans to Steven just, my lady.
Oh no, he's a suit!
Readjust glasses.
She's going to grab. She's going to grab Steven's wrist, pick him up from the chair, and just kind of drag him over to the bathroom. Roy, you see this, and she just gives you a wink and the most devilish smile.
No, okay. The worst part about this is she can absorb power to become stronger.
Oh my gosh.
Darian knows that Steven is not going to survive this.
It doesn't kill them, it just leaves them really weak for
Emotions
24
are rolling,
hours.
and he's like, get her under control, alright? Steven is not going to live through this.
Anthony!
But Darian.
At this point is like, oh, okay, maybe we should help.
Darian.
Anthony, you had something to say?
Yes. Does Hal see all this commotion going on?
Absolutely! Phoenix is too busy taking pictures, and Oni is averting her eyes, trying to hide her face. So they're not focusing right now.
Teachers, do your job!
This is gonna be great.
What fucking heroes am I, right, guys?
Oni just kind of goes, what job? What am I supposed to be doing?
He's obviously not a student here.
Who's not a student?
Oh my god.
She's a senior. You wouldn't forget because that'd make you a bad teacher.
Yes, I know who this person we're talking about is. Roy.
Alright, Roy, you
What are
want to
we
keep her
talking
covered
about?
too. Come on, just help me out here.
Yeah, Darian, you would also know that if Steven is going through this, he's not doing it for pleasantries, but for information.
He needs knowledge.
Oh no, this is gonna rock this world.
Because beyond that brain power and handkerchiefs, there is a stone cold asshole who analyzes everything.
Oh my god.
This isn't how it's supposed to turn.
All of the girls are beyond uncomfortable. I mean, the guys are too, but they're all like really uncomfortable.
Why Alex hasn't done anything.
Wait, there's more. John, I want to go over to the succubus thing.
Okay, you go over to her.
Hi.
The thing.
Everything worse. The movie.
Hang on, honey. I'll be with you in a moment.
Why don't I show you a better time over here than these lamos?
Hang on. Would you like to repeat that?
Why don't you come hang out with me instead of these weaklings?
All right. Drop Steven to the ground.
I'm
Good thing he's ever done.
gonna take her over. I'm gonna start walking to the John box, and then on my way, I'm gonna pass Adam and whisper, "You're welcome."
Aww.
Darian gives you a thumbs
What a
up.
guy.
I'm awing, but I'm also questioning it. It's a confused awe.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Steven would immediately pat off his shirt to straighten it out, and then whip out a notepad and jot down obscene amounts of notes.
Yeah, Darian's going to go over to Anthony. He's like, yeah, thanks for taking it from here. If you want to slip by at the party after this, you're welcome to.
Okay.
Yo, Anthony, I can hear you.
I just said whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just invite Howl to one of Adam's parties.
No one.
No, I want to do this so I get to have more of these Adam Anthony.
Oh my god.
Darian's the real piece of shit.
But
He
yeah,
put Adam in more awkward situations. What a prick.
Gavin does that himself. What the fuck? All right.
But that's self-harm, so it's acceptable, I guess. Question mark?
I'm
Steven,
helping him.
What are you doing?
Stephen would then mosey to Roy, like, this is going to sound strange, as a bit of a scientist myself.
Oh my god.
Would you mind... Okay. Okay. But, thank you. And then he goes back to jotting notes, just hearing go ahead.
Alright, who's DMing me?
Oh boy.
Oh, I wish I could give you a hug, man. Not just a high five, but a hug.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I need food after this. This role playing her is like sucking my soul.
like a succubus.
So she's doing her job well then.
So, Rising Phoenix is going to say,
finally shows up and all the girls are there.
That was such a robot. Oh my god.
Yes, robot Mason.
Yes, for love, your lord.
So Phoenix is going to say, all right, one more picture. All right, 3 more pictures. And he poses for a few more, and then only says, "Is it over? Are the pictures over? Can I stop hiding my face now?" He says, "Yes, I believe so." Young Adam.
What?
So, what kind of games are we playing? This seems like a pretty PC type of party. I haven't noticed anything bad. Seems like you're all good young Samaritans.
We have John Box, Johnos for John Tendo cards, and I guess D&D. I don't.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
He gets down on a knee and looks to you. I used to play that a bunch in my free time. Friends that I had. I would be honored to run your story. Or
you finish that
be a player. Point is, I would love to play Dungeons and Dragons. It has been so long.
I guess you can be a player.
Wonderful! So, Oni kind of says, what about a game that we're all doing? What are we doing?
John Box, John S4, John Tendo, switch cards, D&D. That's what you're up to.
And D&D! She says, all right, I think I've heard of that. It's like the dice rolling, play a character thing, right?
Yeah.
And he gives a hearty nod. He's like, all right, I'd be willing to try that.
Yeah, I want to play the John Bros first, though.
Steven would perk up immediately.
So considering it's almost 7:30 as the time we record this, I think I would love to explore more of this party in like a side campaign.
Okay.
I think that could be a lot of fun if we could ever do it.
What we could do is just we have the start of the initial campaign. It's like we cut back to this party, we do all that stuff, and then we start the campaign on that.
That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. All right, yeah, so we can do that. So, I'm actually going to move through the party. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to do as much as you could have.
That moment alone was worth all of this.
This was great. We do have 2 more little scenes that I'd like to go over before I wrap this up. So, the party goes on. You all have a wondrous time. Anthony.
Yeah.
How are you doing with the succubus?
I'm doing fine.
All right.
I hope she drains you.
Roy, how long does Cerebra stay out? Or will she stay out forever? Will she go away? What happens? Does she despawn? Do we need to put a name tag on her?
She's gone. Anthony's like, why?
A fucking chip in her neck. All right, I'm gonna track you.
No, Steven's got a plan with this here succubus after the party plan.
So
no, it is not what you
the
think.
The original plan was until she's no longer useful.
Oh, I see Alan's face.
Yeah, how did I do that, and how do I not do that?
Look at his beautiful face.
Yeah, that's the essentials. Steven just wants to
do stuff until she is proven no longer useful.
Throw her away.
So I'm gonna go down
press
the
the little
Discord
camera
list.
button.
I'm gonna go down the Discord list.
Well,
but I
it would
will
help
skip
if my
over
phone wasn't literally
Colin.
crashing.
Wow, you'll skip over me? Wow.
We'll go to you later.
No, I know.
Skip over him.
I know you have something planned for me, and I'm scared.
Anthony.
Oh,
How you doing, sweetheart?
shit.
What are you gonna be doing after the party?
Back to my room to train.
Okay, you eventually head off. Roy, I assume, is like grabbing her and just like hoisting her away. She's like clawing at you, like, "No, I want more, more."
That's what's too big. If I may, it'll be a moment. I want to try something.
Roy
is
Told
asking.
you my phone was crashing.
He would ask Roy specifically because he has a very strong hunch this succubus does not care.
So Roy, will you let Steven experiment?
There's no PG way to put this.
No PG way.
God damn it.
You can't say analyze, you can't say puncture, you can't do anything. Study, you can't even do that.
No.
Everything's an innuendo.
Everything.
So,
would
Roy
permit this deed, whatever it may be?
Perhaps at a later date.
Garrett. Darian puts his hand on his shoulder. You don't go for loose women like that. They lead to trouble.
He will look to Darian and be like, "It wasn't for me."
Oh.
Well, I mean, I assume he has something to do. I assume he has some reason for this. Just don't get too carried away.
He will look to Darian, like turning his body. Can I pull you aside for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
He will do so, and he adjusts his glasses. At the end of the party, there are quite a few visible sweat stains.
Want a handkerchief?
Handkerchiefs soaking wet.
Ew.
He's like, it's about Richter.
Okay. What's up?
He's not doing well. I don't know what happened. He's gone off the deep end, essentially. He's more unstable. He's constantly in those books. He doesn't want to go out as much. He started speaking Russian out of nowhere. Russian!
Holy.
Do you know how hard it is to speak Russian for everyone?
I do it fluently.
Alright, jealousy aside, we should I'm probably gonna check up on him, alright?
I didn't have many ways to get him out to take his mind off things, so I thought, yeah. And he will like nudge towards the succubus. Do you see what?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm more of a scientist than a doctor. I don't know.
Yeah.
John.
I'm loving this.
Alright, here's a handkerchief. I'm gonna go over and knock on his door, alright?
Just hang on to it. I have like 20 more in my room.
Okay.
I don't know how much time we have to RP this, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it.
Skip it.
I was just setting the scene for others.
Yeah.
Because Steven is genuinely concerned about Ricker.
Yeah, we can probably go back to this scene. At some
Maybe
point.
try and go back to it another time. Yeah, I'm gonna rapid fire through what everyone does after the party, and then I'm going to talk with Darian and Roy.
That's the extent of Steven's stuff. That's it.
What? Belle, what do you do after the party wraps up?
Guess I'm just gonna go back to the room with Stally.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna tell him that it's looking like tonight they're gonna start actual combat training.
Oh boy. All right, no more rescue training. All right, we got this.
I'm talking about with just Stelly, Bell, and Darian.
Oh, never mind.
Wrong one. Why would I know that?
So, is that all?
Yep.
Okay. Alex. What would
Alex is
be doing after the party?
huh?
What would Alex be doing after the party? I would like to say with all of you, it was, by most people's definition, fun. There was a little bit of craziness with the succubus, but you know.
Dude, Smash Bros is amazing.
Alex would be sort of angry after this.
Why?
Because she she just got like mad at losing in the video games and stuff like that.
Steven is pretty good.
Kind
of a pro.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what's Darian's and Steven's weakness?
Clutch of the Titan.
All right, no, go back.
For another day.
So was that all, Alex?
Alex is going to quickly approach. Fuck! I just major brain fart. Adam. I almost called him Gavin again. And you're going to feel like a very slight cold breeze as the two of us are talking. I just want to establish that in case you want to do anything roleplay wise with it. Alex is going to be kind of blushing a little bit, and she's going to say, I wanted to thank you for inviting me to this party. Really, you don't understand how much it means.
Oh! No problem. And, hey, hang on, can I roll an awareness check?
Yes!
Alright. I want to notice if she is the daughter of the number 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For the fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake, laddie.
Alright, we'll travel through the mines of Moria.
I got a nat 20.
Okay. It's been heavily implied. You basically kind of figured it out.
So, anyways, he says there, he's just gonna be like, yeah, you and me have something in common. I know what it's like to keep a secret from the entire class.
I don't know what you mean by that, but okay.
He puts up his hand, and makes a peace sign, but he's not reversing the peace sign.
He's saying number 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me roll intelligence. I'm gonna roll intelligence.
You stupid.
Oh God.
What'd you get?
She got a 10. Yeah, a 10.
I don't know. Gavin, roll an intellect check against her.
How obvious does he made it?
What?
Oh shit!
Morty.
I got 17
nat.
You got a what?
Nat 17.
Alex doesn't pick up on it.
Oh my god!
Don't know why you're, giving me a peace sign, but whatever.
Never mind.
I give a peace sign in return.
Just be like, never mind. You'll understand when time comes.
Oh my god.
I suppose so. She kind of looks away.
So that you return. Adam, you have that conversation as the party ends. Rikito says, that was a night to remember, man. I am drunk on milk. Because drinking is bad at our young age, and he falls over. Is this what people that drink act? Am I doing a good impression?
You're doing
I'm trying to make it look like we had a smashing party.
Doing great.
Am I doing a good?
Thanks, man. And he just lies down on the ground. Roy, we're gonna cut to you real quick. Monsieur Roy. How does your night end with Cerebra?
Hey.
Probably discussing things about what the hell is going on, and it's likely starting to talk about what her abilities are.
She'll go over that stuff. I won't go into detail because of time, and I don't remember them all. And,
well, that's good, because I don't want these people to know.
Good. And you'll spend your night just talking with her. Darian!
Uh-huh.
You make your way back to your dorm room with UA.
Yeah.
How was the party for you, bud?
Hey.
God damn it. God damn
It was...
God.
It was really suspicious of that quote-unquote Señor. Once again, like, he's back to paranoia mode, like, was she sent by anyone? But,
I'm my own woman.
Yeah, but I guess barring that, the rest of the party was pretty awesome. Smash Johns with Steven.
Super Smash Cons.
Yeah, Smash Cons with Steven was great. So they okay. We gotta tell you this, Cole. With Steven or Darian, who do you think would be better at Smash Cons? Or is it like a constant tie?
That is tricky.
I like to think the rivals always exchanging blows.
Yeah, I feel like it.
That's what I would imagine. Steven is he's a monster. Listen, there you know, but he is cold and analytical and
I show no mercy.
He memorizes all of those frames.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's a really technical player. Yeah.
I have identified the pixels of each model, you hooligan.
Darian yes. I'm guessing Steven is a really technical player, and Darian's just really like a natural in terms of coordination, like eye-hand contact.
Well, we can solve this later.
Yeah, but like I guess he also noticed that Alex gets really easily mad, and it reminds him of Void, kind of. So he thought. Yeah.
So, with that in mind, you're gonna head back to your dorm. As you enter in, I'm not gonna have you roll an awareness check because it's decently obvious. You and UA are just kind of talking about the party and all that stuff, and then eventually, as you make your way inside, you notice there is a letter on one of the dressers. It's kind of snuck under, I'd say, a lamp to keep it in place, and it's just kind of waiting there.
Darian looks around. Just I guess
nothing.
Maybe, okay. Does the appearance of the letter look similar to what Po Yu had given him?
No.
Okay.
Examining it, nothing strange or out of the ordinary really strikes you, all except the wax seal on it. Your first thought is, who in 2024, almost 2025, uses a wax seal?
Who sends a letter in the first place?
Who sends a letter? Your second question is towards its design. The wax is gold. The symbol on it looks like almost a traditional schoolhouse. It seems familiar, but you don't know where it's from. So I guess my only real question is, are you going to open this letter?
Of course.
You open it up. You unfold it. It was neatly folded together, and it reads, Darian Marcus and UA Lakila. I'm not entirely sure when this letter is actually going to reach you. As I write this, it is currently October. For all I know, you could be receiving this in December, hell, maybe even January. But if it means safe travel and little risk, then it will be worth it. I'd normally introduce myself, but for reasons that are soon to be obvious, I'm not feeling suicidal enough to do such a thing. Not yet.
He knows one.
Instantly like, oh, I know what this is about. I personally do not care who or what you refer to me as, but I will give you two options. You may refer to me as Unknown or Mr. V. To put it simply, I want you both to consider me a friend. I know of the situation you two are in far too well. However, I'm not entirely sure you are both even fully aware of how deep in the hole you are. I'm sure at least one of you can guess where this is going. This letter is about Ingwen Lakula, and how I'm going to help you two out of her little game and turn the tables right back on her. Consider this letter as an introduction to who I am. Now, I'm sure you're skeptical, but smart. Stay that way. Who is this stranger? What is he exactly talking about? Why does he want to help us? Or, more importantly, what does he want? All excellent questions that I will happily not answer. At least not yet. For both your safety and mine, I must keep our relationship as anonymous as possible. Just know you will indeed be hearing from me in the future. Your worlds are about to be rocked to their very core, and I'm here to make sure you're still standing. Feel free to write any concerns or questions back to me. It could take a while before they reach me. I've devised a plan to sneak my letters through the mail and past the eyes of Yue's mother. Unfortunately, I fear her father may not have been so lucky. Poor man. When you are ready to send a letter, write Love's Spark in place of the address and mail it from your school only on a Thursday. If it doesn't meet those requirements, I will never receive it. However, someone else might. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Sincerely, Mr. V. That is what the letter reads. I can actually copy-paste it to you if you want to analyze it in your own time.
I would love to.
And Discord, calling us forth in my DMs. Oh no!
Place. Pity.
It's. I think you have to download it, but that's okay.
All right.
If it doesn't work, then I can send it to you in chunks. It's over 2,000.
Oh shit. Yeah.
2,000 words or letters. I'm not sure. So that's that. Were you reading it out loud?
I guess I was putting it between me and Yue, so I could just read it in silence.
Yue just kind of looks up to you. Just kind of goes, "Who is this guy?"
Well, I mean, it's obvious he doesn't want us to know it, so I guess we should write back to him to make sure that he at least knows we've received the letter. If you have any ideas what we should put down, we should probably write this together.
Here's the fun thing, Colin. You can actually write me a letter and send it.
Oh.
So have fun with that.
Okay.
I'm a letter.
Damn. I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Fun!
Okay. So yeah, Darian's overall opinion is, I mean, he's already told me, but yeah, I am very suspicious. But this probably isn't gonna do any extra harm. Like you said, we're already really freaking deep in this hole. So
what do you mean by my mother's game, though? Does he know about it?
Darian at least knows she likes chess. She's good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna sit down and just, I guess, all the fun from the party kind of fades away. It's replaced by focus, reading between the lines, trying to see if there's any hidden message behind it. And yeah, he's probably just gonna spend a sleepless night trying to figure out what he should do.
So, I guess with that, our little perspective will kind of leave you guys as you're kind of sitting in the dorm, kind of studying over it. And before we end this game, I have something you guys haven't experienced in a long time. An end credit scene.
End credit scene.
End credit scene.
Yeah! Everybody mute yourself. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. I want to hear this. This is important.
So, let's wrap up. The sounds of car horns, miles of traffic, and the bustling, hurried actions of hundreds of people draw our ears to a glistening city. It stands tall and bright in the dead of night. We are greeted with the warm sight of New York City as our perspective shifts from a bird's eye view to among the residents walking about. We see countless numbers of people shoulder to shoulder on their way to work, home, or wherever else. You see a few street performers entertaining masses of curious individuals. Some are showing off their peculiarities and using them for nothing more than simple magic tricks, while others play some of the most famous street music and songs created during the Blind Eye. A few heroes on patrol pass by, giving a wave to their many fans and smiling for the cameras before returning to their watch. The perspective shifts over to what looks to be an abandoned hotel that must have been built in the 1930s at least. But for some reason, it still stands. The city probably counts it as a historic structure. It's just that no one has had the time nor patience to actually fix the old girl up. From the outside, it looked as though the structure saw a tremendous inferno back in the day, as black scorch marks can still be seen painting the walls and ceilings. The building itself has boarded up windows that look like they haven't been changed in decades. Broken glass, cracked walls, and chipped paint. The doors have a sign attached to it reading "Bank-owned property, keep out." That's not stopped people from adding their own creative decorations on the walls. However, as this dilapidated building has many visible marks of graffiti, it's the only color this building has seen in what has probably been decades. Sneaking inside, the lobby is just as broken down as the rest of the location. The carpets are torn up, there are wood chips, concrete chunks, burned furniture, and more scattered about. The main desk, once glorious in its day, is now reduced to nothing more than a pile of hacked-apart wood. All the room keys that once hung up have either been bent or taken for some reason or another. Looking around, there is more graffiti inside, with a large mural to Rising Phoenix with his famous catchphrase, "May the Phoenix burn bright." Although, someone seemed to have disagreed with the message, as the line was marked out in red paint and replaced with "Let the flame burn out." There were pictures of other heroes, of course, but most were smaller and less impressive. Despite all the art, it was clear that this was probably a location where many of the city's youth liked to hang out despite the bank's warnings. Locations where couples had come in and carved their initials inside of a heart could be seen scattered about. There were even a few used condoms, cigarette butts, and a couple of needles thrown about. One or two empty pill bottles and several joints just piled up in the corner. Leaving the lobby, the perspective shifts once more around the corner, and we're greeted to a large dining room. Dozens of tables with moth-eaten white cloths, broken chairs, old wine glasses and plates, some shattered, others still solid, and dust as far as the eye can see. At the front, there appears to be a stage where people would come and perform for the patrons. However, one table situated right in front of the stage has a decorative candle in the center, lit brightly, casting back the shadows and illuminating a figure of an older gentleman sitting down, looking at something flat on the table. Describing the man a bit, he has long, thin, dirty gray hair that almost touches his shoulders. It looks matted to his face, as though his sweat has been keeping it in place. His skin is wrinkled and pale, his eyebrows thin and wilted. His teeth are coarse and yellow, as this individual takes a swig of whiskey, the alcohol staining them further. Painted under his right eye is a large red tear that looks like it hasn't been reapplied with a fresh coat of paint or makeup in quite a while. His irises are a crisp crimson red as they look down at something emanating a blue light. This man's eyes look back and forth as he reads an excerpt on what looks to be a tablet. The page he reads focuses on a news article that was dated back to the midsummer of 2024, so it's a little outdated. The title of the article reads, "Icon and Hero Oni, New Teacher at Washington," as the rest of the article goes on to give details and praise the young hero. The picture shows an awkwardly smiling Oni with the principal of the school, Miss Magna, giving a firm handshake to her as the cameras flash. In the distance, the sounds of plastic-like material rubbing up against itself, creating an unnatural clicking noise, and soft sounds of fabric moving in the wind come from the shadows. Walking up to the table this gentleman sits at, we're greeted with a little bunraku puppet moving on its own. It has a white face with black soulless eyes, a blank expression, large black hair, and a few decorations adorning it, and what looks to be a traditional Japanese kimono. It can only move by swinging its body from side to side, for its knees don't seem to bend easily, nor can its body turn all that well. Its head is a different story entirely, as its neck joint seems to have been snapped as its skull dangles to the side limply as it idles forward. The puppet pulls over a chair and hops on top of it. It reaches for the whiskey bottle and pours a new glass for the gentleman as he continues to read. Once it's finished, the man places a hand on the glass, not breaking eye contact from his article, and says, "I can't tell what angers me more. Since she's a hero, since she's a teacher at Washington, is she trying to rub it in the faces of us villains?" He says, kind of doing air quotes. "That the world is so safe, she has the time and energy to be a teacher? Or is it that she's training the next generation of heroes to put one more nail in our coffins?" Maybe it's a bit of both. The man mumbles as he takes a hard swig of his drink. The puppet begins to refill his glass, remaining perfectly silent, not wanting to break his friend's train of thought. The bunraku sits down and patiently waits for him to continue. The man finally moves his eyes away from the article and stares at the condensation forming on the glass. He gets lost in the droplets rolling down and mutters to himself once more, "Help them. What have I always said to people? What has been the one thing I have always told people?" The puppet continued its silence as it watched his friend with great curiosity, and the man continued, "That everyone will fall from grace. But the one person that has proved me wrong time and time and time and time again?" The puppet leaned forward, intrigued in his friend's conversation, wanting to hear more. The gentleman took another swig of his drink and slammed the glass back on the table, cracking it. The puppet jumped back for a moment, then looked back up to the man. "Her," he said, pointing to the picture of Oni. "No matter what I do, it seems like she only grows stronger and rises above the darkness. Oh, makes me sick thinking about how hard she's trying. It's clear to me now if I continue my tactics, I'll get nowhere with her. I need to up the ante." Breaking the silence, the puppet finally asks with an echo, its lips not moving at all, "How do you plan to do that, Mr. Kobayashi?" The man looked to his friend, rubbing his little shoulder. He turned back to the picture, and Kobayashi flicked a finger along the tablet's dusted screen to show another image. This one was more recent. A class photo, taken only a few days ago, published to the front page of the Washington School website. Kobayashi stares at the youthful faces, smiling awkwardly in the photo, and began to chuckle. You know, I think I might have an idea.